last night with their Lucky Henry doll, the Diamondbacks youngsters not so silently controlled the Giants. Tonight, Trevor Cahill looks to lead the way to a perfect 10 against San Fran. It's a Saturday showdown of the National League West, and it starts right now on Fox Sports Arizona. Here in the great state of Arizona, we move to downtown Phoenix, where at Chase Field tonight, it's game number 2 of this 3-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants. Diamondbacks coming off a big win here last night. Hi again, baseball fans. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Happy to have you aboard for D-backs baseball. Well, Gracie, the swings for the Diamondbacks last night much better, and that big victory over San Fran.
Yeah, they certainly needed a victory, Greg, and they played near perfect baseball to get it. They pitched well, they defended well, but I want to go back to the hitting a little bit. Something that we really have seen a lot lately, and that is overswinging, leading to strikeouts, leading to non-productive outs. Look at these big, hard swings, trying to hit it a mile. Last night, it was a little different. Watch Miguel Montero, just a nice smooth swing. That ended up being an RBI double. Goldschmidt, a nice smooth swing into the seats. Watch A.J. Pollock, way out of here, just nice and smooth. Just proving that you don't have to swing hard to do damage, Greg, and hopefully they learned that lesson last night.
Well, they beat a good pitcher last night, Madison Bumgarner. Tonight, the Diamondbacks face an equally tough pitcher. That is Matt Cain. Trevor Cahill on the mound for the D-backs.
Matt Cain's still a very young right-hander, but yet here's a guy that's been around a long time now. Here's a guy that has a great fastball. Always has had a great fastball, Greg, but now he's got even better command of that fastball to both sides of the plate, and he's added some extra off-speed pitches as well. Cahill, a lot of ground balls, but interestingly enough, he's really struggled here at home, Greg. He's got an ERA of 6.75 here at Chase Field. That needs to improve if the Diamondbacks are going to win 2 in a row.
Cahill has pitched well, though, against the Giants in that division rival, I should say that battle of the Bay Area between the Oakland A's, where Cahill is a member, and, of course, the San Francisco Giants. Well, it's a Saturday night. It's got to be date night, right?
Oh,
We're
man.
going to find out about our couple. Are they back for a second date? We're going to find out from Brad Steinke when we come back. Diamondbacks and Giants. We've got all the action of Game 2 coming right up.
Poll 36929. What would you do on a date? Mitch Riggin would go to Broadway. Or a nice dinner. And then I'm not back on camera. Then I'm like, okay.
get a second date?
We're going to let you vote and cast the final vote here. Does he get a second date?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
that's a winner.
Very good.
Mark Grace, Darren Sutton in the booth would like to leave you 4 tickets on Saturday to come right back here for your second date.
That sounds good. That's nice.
Or 2.
Oh, just 2 tickets.
Not
just
a
2
double
tickets.
date.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We're not made of money.
Have fun.
Good stuff, Matt.
Bring their name back, please.
Brandon and Brittany.
Well, as Mark Grace likes to say, the D-backs lead the league in love Tuesday night, very much at evidence. What a first date it was for Brandon and Brittany. Brandon's car broke down on the date, so Brittany had to drive, and then they were all over Fox Sports Arizona, part of our text poll. And yes, there was a second date, but get this, it was supposed to be tonight. That second date was intercepted by Fox and friends. They're actually in New York City right now. They'll be on that program tomorrow. It led Brandon to head to Twitter and tweet out, hey, at D-backs booth, what is going on here? It was an amazing first date. Because of you guys, Brittany and I are going to New York City. What is happening? Hashtag silly. So the second date is on. It's actually taking place in the Big Apple. A reminder, you can get involved with our broadcast. Tweet to Game Connect, presented by Chevron at foxsportsarizona.com. That leads us to tonight's text poll, brought to you by Nissan. You can text to 36929. What would you do on a date in New York City? A Broadway, B, Central Park, C, Statue of Liberty, or D, nice dinner? Let's hopefully they take in all the sights. And I guess the big question now is, will there be a third date? Coming up next, the D-backs look to make it 10 straight against the San Francisco Giants. Greg Schulte and Mark Grace have the call right here on Fox Sports Arizona. The power back on. Let's hope the D-backs bats are as well.
Manager in the National League, many years in San Diego, now of course with the Giants. And let's take a look at his lineup tonight. Blanco leading off, then Belt, Cabrera posing the cleanoff spot. Pagan, Arias, Burris, Crawford, and Kane for San Francisco. Now let's take a look at our Arizona 4 Diamondbacks starting pitcher. That is one Trevor Cahill, Gracie.
As we said, coming on the air, Trevor Cahill, he's done good work, most of his good work on the road this year. He struggled a bit here at Chase Field, where he's lost a couple of games. And for the Diamondbacks to win 2 in a row, he's going to have to turn that around.
He is 0-2 this season. 9-1 loss to Atlanta, 7-2 loss to the Phillies. And his first pitch of the ball game is a little outside ball one. 11 innings, 8 earned runs, and a 6.55 ERA here at Chase. But again, he's pitched well against the Giants in his career. And he falls behind Blanco 2-0. And this is a guy that you want to keep off the bases because he will run. Diamondbacks winners last night 5-1. 9 straight now over San Francisco. 3-0 count. Brian O'Nora, our home plate umpire here.
All 3 pitches have missed outside. So right now still hadn't figured out that release point to get it to the plate. And another one outside.
Yeah, walked him on 4 pitches. Not the way you want to start it. Let's take a look at the Diamondbacks defense. Kubal's back in there tonight. Parr in center, Upton in right. Roberts, Bloomquist, Hill, Overbay at first tonight. And Montero catching Cahill. Kubel with 6 outfield assists. Got last night off.
And the good news for Trevor Cahill, he is such a ground ball guy. He's always just 1 pitch away from getting that double play ball. There's the first strike of the game, Greg.
We got one.
How about that?
I knew he could throw one. Blanco, as far as his base running, 2 for 3. And Montero's been very good at throwing out base runners dating back to last season. Belt in the 2 spot in the order. Overbay at first tonight. I think both you and I thought that we'd see Goldschmidt out there again tonight after his big night last night, but Goldie riding the pine here tonight. Bert Gibson said before the ball game he wants to bring him along and get him some games and get him some ABs. There's an errant throw. And it gets away. Let's see if Blanco goes all the way to third. He will easily. And they better get it back in. He might think about scoring. He stops at third base.
Well, right now, Trevor Cahill has done a heck of a job of putting himself behind the 8 ball. A 4-pitch walk to Blanco, and then about as wild a throw as you can make right there. And it goes all the way down the corner, and Blanco easily got to third base. And Trevor Cahill going to have to do some fancy pitching here, or else he's going to find himself trailing shortly.
So runner at third here with nobody out. Belt is 0 for his last 11 at the plate. They'll play the infield back here, concede a run, and a ground ball that will get the run home. Fielded by Hill, and he throws to first in time for the out. So walk, air, ground out. The Giants have a 1-0 lead.
But isn't it amazing? Part of hurting yourself right there.
Yeah.
Without that errant throw, that's double play ball. Instead, because of the errant throw, it's 1-0 Giants.
Nobody to blame but himself. He walked the leadoff man on 4 pitches and then tried to pick him off, threw it away. It was a 2-base throwing error. And then the easy ground ball out. So Belt did his job. He gets an RBI, and here is Melky Cabrera riding a 9-game hitting streak. And that RBI for Belt, number 6 on the year. This is not a lineup, if you look at it, for the Giants. It is really going to scare you if you're the opposition. I mean, Cabrera and Posey in the 3 and 4 spot, but with no Sandoval in there. There's a strike, 2-1. It's just not a real scary 8 that they put out there.
Well, even with Pablo Sandoval, it's not a murderer's row lineup at all. But then you take out their best hitter, and certainly the odds of scoring are certainly shortened. But once again, when you gift wrap one like that, well, it's just a tough way to start your night.
Cabrera homered in the first inning last night. And that was the only run the Giants ended up scoring in the ball game. There's a drive here, hit to right field. Upton is back and makes the catch at the warning track. That's a long hard out off the bat of Melky Cabrera.
That ball was absolutely scalded. Fortunately for the Diamondbacks, Upton was playing pretty deep, and he hit it right at him.
Yeah, as a hitter, you feel bad because you hit it so well, but I mean, that was a good swing he put on that ball.
He's a good hitter, Melky Cabrera. He's gonna have to do a lot of the damage with this patchwork lineup that Bruce Bochy's got to put out there.
Here is Posey, who's behind the plate catching tonight. He played at first base last night. Hector Sanchez caught. First Mark Grace purple jersey sighting of the night. Back behind the plate.
I like the old purple jerseys. Just don't see those vintage jerseys very much. The old home purples.
No. There's a strike from Cahill. Well, the Diamondbacks know they're going to have to beat a very tough pitcher tonight. And they're going to be trailing at least 1-0 before he even takes the mound. And that's the guy right there, Matt Cain. In his career, he has not gotten a whole lot of run support.
This is a big night for him. One.
Yeah. Swinging a foul to the plate. Cain, since he broke in 2006, has received the least amount of run support of any starting pitcher in the big leagues. But he has received 4 runs of support in his last 4 starts. Only 4 runs after receiving 11 in his first few starts. Remember, he had that big lead here against the Diamondbacks, Gracie, in Game 3 of the season.
6-0.
And the Diamondbacks came back and won it by a final of 7-6. Full count now on Posey. Again, we see the Diamondbacks defense with Overbay way off the bag at first. And Posey draws a walk, and that's 2 walks in the inning given up by Cahill.
Center fielder number 16.
Here's Angel Pagan, their center fielder. He had a 20-game hitting streak that was snapped on Monday. And during that hitting streak, he only hit .298. He went 28 for 94.
I mean, that's still good, but that's a lot of one-hit games, I would imagine. Not many multiple-hit games, and now Miguel Montero trying to go figure out just what's wrong with Trevor Cahill's command here in the early going.
So they converse at the mound here. It's 1-0 San Francisco right out of the chute. Walk, 2-base throwing there, and a ground out. Cahill got the next 2, but then walked Posey on a 3-2 count. He's fallen behind Pagan 1-0. Diamondbacks last night snapped a 5-game losing streak. They start the night 6.5 behind the first place Dodgers in the West. They again are playing Colorado this evening. And that's a strike. Another big crowd on hand here tonight.
It's always good to see a lot of folks in the stands.
I like these 5-10 starts. How about you?
First ones I've had in a few years.
Yeah, really.
And I like them. I like the Saturday Blacks as that one's just foul down the third base line.
Yeah, you normally are on the road either hightailing it back to Phoenix or waiting at the airport.
A network gig on Saturdays. And
I guess Darren's doing that.
Yeah,
Darren
was
in Milwaukee
on television this afternoon along with my former skipper here, Bob Brennan.
Yeah, former broadcast partner.
I like the Saturday Blacks, though.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, I love that. There's a drive into right center. Upton on the run out there. He can't get it. Up against the fence. Posey's rounding third. They're going to hold him there. As the throw comes back in, it's a double for Pagan and second and third here with 2 men out.
Well, Cahill goes right down, tried to come inside, and the ball goes right back to the middle of the plate, and Pagan just drills it into the gap. Justin played that really well out there and got it in time to keep Posey, who does not run well, at third base, and give Cahill an opportunity to wiggle out of this with just 1 run. But right now, this is kind of a turning point in this ball game very early. You know, games are filled with turning points. This is certainly one of them. You cannot afford to fall behind a pitcher like Matt Cain by 3 runs.
Big time difference, 1-0 and 3-0. And Pagan runs very well out at second. This is Joaquin Arias, strike 1. Just you look at the Giants runners in scoring position next to the bottom in the National League. Only Miami sub 200 worse. Sinker is low. Just to give you an idea, Matt Cain in his career, when he receives at least 3 runs of support, 59-9.
There you go. Yeah, right now he's really struggling to find his command. That was a changeup up. Hadn't been able to hit Montero's glove at all. And that's a bad feeling when you're a pitcher, when you can't find the strike zone, and when you do, it's right down the middle. He hadn't been able to find a corner yet.
Ground ball to first should end the inning. Overbase got it to the bag, and Cahill escapes with only one run. Now Matt Cain to the mound, bottom of the first. He's got a lead. Partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Buy the all-new Mazda CX-5 with 35 highway miles per gallon. And by Gum Out. One nothing in favor of San Francisco after a half inning. The Diamondbacks come to bat for the first time against Giants starter Matt Cain. And the look at our Mazda D-backs starting lineup. Bloomquist back in the leadoff spot. Parra, Upton, Montero cleanup. Roberts fifth tonight. Overbay, Kubel, Hill hitting eighth, and then Trevor Cahill. Charles Nagy, the pitching coach on the right, talking things over with Trevor Cahill.
Probably telling him, hey, you were living right in that last inning just to give up one. But that's what good ones do.
Yep.
When you don't have your good stuff, go on out there and keep the damage to a minimum. Get the boys back in the dugout and see what you can do off this terrific right-handed pitcher, one Matt Cain.
A very rich pitcher.
You got that right. For what, about 2 months now?
Yeah. How about as you look at his numbers, we're looking at opponent batting average 1.67, 40 strikeouts, 7 walks. And he's gone 3-0 on the leadoff hitter, Willie Bloomquist. Cain, since he debuted here at Chase Field on April 8th, 39 in the third innings, only 20 hits, 36 strikeouts, 5 walks. Had an ERA of 1.60. He walks Bloomquist on 4 pitches.
What's going on out here, Greg Schulte?
I don't know.
Did you do something to the water here tonight to these two pitchers?
No. Guy's only walked 7 all year, and he walks the leadoff man without throwing a strike.
4 pitches.
Here's Parra now. Talked to Parra before the ball game about that little Cupid doll or that
Joe Boo, whatever it was.
He says that's Lucky Henry. I said, Lucky Henry, huh? And he said, yep, and he's going to be there again tonight.
Lucky Henry's down. Yep, there's Lucky Henry protecting the water cups.
You know, I walked into the clubhouse. Parra wasn't around. I saw Henry Blanco. And Parra takes a strike. 0-1, and I asked Henry, I said, Henry was, he says, shaking his head, he says, I have no idea, believe me. So I went to Montero. Montero said, yeah, what was that about? So finally Parra came in, he says, my Lucky Henry. He took me over to his little locker there, and he showed me, he says, going to be back out there again tonight.
I'm sure Henry was saying, kids these days.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1, and a bunt foul back to the scratch. I tell you what, Gerardo Parra thinks the world of Henry Blanco and what he has done to help him make him a complete player.
Fellow countryman from Venezuela. You know, Henry doesn't get a whole lot of looks because Miguel Montero is such a frontline catcher. However, he is invaluable to not just Parra, but all the Latin players.
I'm guessing Henry will be in there tomorrow against Zito.
Yeah, he's a big brother figure to all of them. Yeah, good chance.
Of course, we were wrong. We thought Goldschmidt would be in there tonight. Overbay getting the call.
Well, that's got to be a hard decision to make if you're a manager, to sit a guy that's, well, he's your main first baseman, and he just hit slugged a 3-run homer last night, along with 2 other base hits. And in all due respect to the veteran Lyle Overbay, I'm a big fan of Lyle's, but well, I'd have trouble sitting that guy on the bench tonight.
One of the reasons Gibby said was Lyle has hit right-handers so well, and
you know, to use a boxing slang, you know, with Paul Goldschmidt, you've always got a puncher's chance.
Yep.
You're one mistake away from a ball going out of here and being a 3-run homer.
4-pitch walk to Bloomquist. He's the tying run. He'll draw a throw and get back in. Belt, the first baseman tonight. Giants got a run in the first. There goes Bloomquist. The pitch is inside. Posey's throw is on the money, and they get him at second trying to steal. Crawford took a high throw. We got it down there in a hurry. And even though it was high, Crawford still had time to get it down. The sweep tag on Bloomquist trying to steal.
Bloomquist didn't get a very good jump. You can see the throw is a little high towards the shortstop side, but he gets it down there in time to get Willie Bloomquist, and unfortunately a leadoff walk is no longer.
So Bloomquist now 3 for 6. Trying to steal this year. That's the 4th runner that Posey has nabbed. And 1 out of the inning, and now the 3-2 to Parra is fouled back. Bobby Freeman trying to get everybody going here now after an out. That kind of takes a little of the steam out of it. And Parra waves and misses, and that's a strikeout.
And that's,
now 2 outs in the inning.
The thing about the stolen base. When it's successful, it really helps an inning. But boy, when it is not successful, as you said, it takes all the steam out of a possible big inning.
Or the air out of the building. We have the roof and the panels closed here tonight because it was 98 degrees outdoors and a very comfortable 20 degrees cooler indoors, 78 degrees. Here's Upton now, who needs to get that bat going. The Diamondbacks playing in their 34th game. Justin hitting only .229 and only 9 runs batted in. Outside ball 1.
That's been the pitch right there. The slider down and away. It's been the black hole, if you will, for Justin Upton. He's had trouble laying off of it, and the pitchers have continued to pound him right there. And you see right there another big mighty rip, and the fastball right past him.
Upton .282 in his career, 11 hits and 39 at bats, but does not have a home run against Kane, and only 1 run batted in. 7 walks, a dozen strikeouts. And there's a foul. Out of play right side. So Kane, who walked Bloomquist on 4 pitches to start this inning after he's given a 1-0 lead, got Bloomquist trying to steal, and then a strikeout, and now a foul back to the screen. It stays 1-2 on Upton. Let's take a look at that Giant defense. Cabrera's in left, Pagan in center, Blanco in right. Arias again at third with Crawford at short, Burris at second, Bell at first in the battery. Kane pitching, Posey catching. Buster Posey. Looked like Kane hit the mitt, but didn't get the call. 2-2 count.
Nice job of laying off a very good slider there from Kane.
Montero would bat next if Upton can keep the inning going. Yeah, he's hit.
I'll tell you what, Justin keeps getting hit. And there was no, he didn't do that on purpose. Let's see if anything.
Number 26.
Justin got hit a lot by the Giants last year.
Yeah, he did. Third time he's been hit by a pitch this season.
That ball's all over him, right in his back. And he just goes right to first base. And if you're Miguel Montero, you're hoping to plate Justin Upton and put an earned run on that pitcher for hitting your buddy.
First batter that Kane has hit this season. So Upton at first, 2 down, and Montero takes high, ball 1. You talked about the swings in last night's game, Gracie, and Montero had one of those. The ball that should have been caught in left field by the left fielder, hit on the warning track, went for a double, but just a nice swing by Miggy going the other way.
Exactly. He didn't overswing. He just realized that I don't have to swing hard to hit the ball hard. And he got it out there for an RBI double, and the Diamondbacks never looked back.
Ball and a strike here on Montero. Montero in his career against Kane is at .216, but he does have 2 home runs and 8 driven in. And the ball was up, and he fouled it back.
And this is just a nice, smooth swing right here. That wasn't that big, bring it from your ankles and get nothing accomplished swing. And the results were the go-ahead run.
Brett Pill out in left field last night. High to Montero, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Been an interesting inning for Kane. He's walked a batter, he's hit a batter, but he's gotten the caught stealing and a strikeout. Working with a 1-0 lead here. Upton the tying run at first, 2 down. And a good take there by Miggy.
Well, he somehow was able to lay off that good slider as well. 3-2. Justin's going to get a running start here.
Fly ball just falls right off the table. Boom.
That was a good pitch. Pitcher's pitch, but out of the zone nonetheless. Let's see if Miguel can make a good at-bat, a great one here with a good result, maybe a double down the line.
Upton takes off and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Kane 2 strikeouts in the inning. 23 pitches for Kane in that first inning, but he survives it, and it's 1-0 Giants. Hamilton.
Oh, gosh.
He had 4 the other night in the ball game. He had 2 more home runs last night. He hit 1 today. He's had 9 home runs in his last 6 games. 18 home runs down, 34 games on the season. 41 runs batted in. He's hitting .402. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
I mean, he's hitting righties. He's hitting lefties. Put an octopus out there. He's going to hit a home run off of
How
it.
about those 2 guys right there? Years they're having. Kemp at Hamilton. And how about the guy who was in the other dugout watching him perform, Albert Pujols, who's kind of going the other way?
He's already got one.
Yeah. I was driving to the ballpark today, and I was listening to the Rangers broadcast. There's a high pop-up, third base side. Robertson foul ground under it. Emmanuel Burris, who can't get an extra base hit to save his life, is out number one here. But anyway.
No, he can't.
There you see the line on those two. And Kemp, if you get that average up, you got to, along with the RBIs, you got one Triple Crown winner in the American League. You got another guy close. But Pujols walked today in the 7th inning at Texas, and they said it was his first walk in 14 games and 61 at bats.
And that's a guy that always gets pitched carefully to.
Yeah.
So it just shows he's just trying too hard, swinging at pitches that aren't strikes, and it's costing him dearly right now.
Do you buy what everybody's saying? I mean, everybody says, well, he'll be fine at the end of the year. He won't put up the numbers he's put up in the past, but he's going to put up
I still
big
think
numbers.
I still think he'll probably hit anywhere from 20 to 25 home runs and still drive in. And I still think he can drive in over 100.
Look at that right there.
Yikes.
That's through 30-plus games to start his new career with the Angels. Swung and a miss by Crawford. And Cahill carved him up rather easily.
Cahill so far a lot better command of his stuff here with two very quick, easy outs.
Number 18.
Gracie, you knew of facing pitchers throughout your major league career, but most starters, if they're going to have difficulty, they can have it throughout, but a lot of times it's that first inning.
Yeah, well, sure to be soon Hall of Famer Tom Glavine. If you didn't get him in the first inning, you weren't going to get him. I mean, he could give up 2, 3, 4 runs in the first and then go 7 more and not give up a thing.
Ball was short. Lindquist has got it. And he'll throw a Kane, much better for Cahill here in the second. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants, and after 1.5, San Fran 1. D-backs nothing. Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Let's take a look at our key to the game, brought to you by Kia Motors.
Oh, sure. Lucky Henry, huh? Did you come up with that one, Greg?
No, that was Gerardo Park.
Well, you did all the legwork on that, finding out just who that little doll is.
There's Big Henry.
Well, Lucky Henry got a victory here last night, so here we go again. Let's see if there's a little more
magic,
white magic in Lucky Henry.
Roberts hitting 5th in the order tonight. Yeah, tattoo sleep night here.
Did you get yours?
Nope, didn't get mine.
I got you one.
Thank you. Oh, appreciate
You're quite welcome. I'm sure your beautiful wife Nancy will love that.
How about your sons?
I'll take them home to my sons. Exactly. Well, he's got one on, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. That's his own.
Oh, that's real? Ooh.
There's a strike to Roberts. Well, no, I don't think Ryan has hit fifth yet this year, has he?
Not that I know of.
If he did, it was early on. Yeah, he did. 2 games where he batted fifth in the order. This should be easy in center for Pagan. And he's got it. 1 away. Kane in the first inning, Gracie. He gave up a walk and hit a man, but had a stolen base and then struck out Montero with Upton running on a 3-2 count. So he survived kind of a shaky first for him. There's Overbay. Lyle 4 for 9 with a career home run and 4 RBI against Matt King.
I would imagine that's why his name was drawn out of the hat today to play first base.
In addition, he's 9 for his last 19 overall with a couple of doubles and 5 walks. Ground ball hit sharply, but right at the second baseman Boyce. Waits for Belt to get to the bag and throws him out. Anytime the D-backs score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with large drink purchase 4 to 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. Got to get that in there.
I've always wondered, how do you know if that particular store is participating?
You go in and ask.
Go in and ask. If you don't ASK, you don't GET.
That's right. Kuba got the night off last night. Season numbers. Down the left field line. Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes will donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. I remember we gave you the stat last night. 4 games with the Giants this year, and the Diamondbacks have had 2 home runs in each of those 4 games. The Giants as a team have given up 20. Their pitching staff, that little guy's got one of those tattoo
got a sleeve on, doesn't he?
But the Giants as a team, they've given up 20 home runs, 8 by the Diamondbacks.
In just 4 games.
Yeah. Check swing foul back by Cool, 1-2. I'm sure the Giants look at the matchups coming in here, feeling that Bumgarner pitching so well, coming in with a 5-1 record. He won his last 5 starts, going up against rookie lefty last night, and then Kane tonight. There's a high towering fly ball into right field. Under it is Blanco. He's got it. And a much easier inning. Only 10 pitches thrown by Kane. We played 2. It's 1-0 Giants. Retailers and text road trip to the Miller Taste team at 620 for your chance to win 1 of 3 interdivision rival flyaway trips this summer. We go to the third.
Oh, what do we got there? 9,478th date.
That's a lot of dates.
I guess we'll have to find out just how many years that is.
Yeah. I'm not going to do the figuring. We got guys in the truck who can do that, right? They're sharing nachos or something. Gregor Blanco leading off. He led off the ball game with a 4-pitch walk, and then
first strike he's seen.
Yeah, Cahill tried to pick him off, committed a 2-base throwing error, and then Blanco scored the only run on a ground out by Belt. There's a chopper to the first base side. Overbase got it, and he'll take it to bag and send one away.
Isn't baseball just an incredibly strange game, Greg? How Trevor Cahill can be so off in his first inning as far as the command of his pitches. Couldn't get anything where he wanted to, wiggled out of it, and now, I mean, he's locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, every pitch he's throwing is right where he wants it, at the speed he wants it, and you see the difference in the swings.
He's retired 5 in a row after the double by Pagan in the first inning, and this is Brandon Belt who drove in the run with a grounder to second. It's fun a lot of times hearing a starting pitcher after a ball game in which he comes out and throws a masterpiece, and he may tell you something to the extent of, I had nothing in the bullpen. I couldn't do anything. It looked like I was going to have a bad game, and I came out, took the mound, and everything worked. Or I had a terrific bullpen. You know, my ball was moving, sinking down. He couldn't get anybody out.
Well, Greg, you covered me for the 3 years that I played here in Arizona. Did you ever watch me take batting practice? I was awful.
Yeah.
I was a terrible batting practice hitter.
I don't know if you're terrible, but I mean, in your own eyes, you were.
If scouts would have judged me on my batting practice, I would have never got drafted.
But you were getting yourself ready for a ball game. There's a ground ball at first. Keep hitting it over, babe. This will be easy for Cahill. That's 2 quick outs here.
Well, if you're heading on the road, which we are starting tomorrow, Greg, take Fox Sports Arizona's coverage of the Diamondbacks with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Diamondbacks out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, that's baseball everywhere.
Where are we going out of town?
We are heading to La La Land. We're going Hollywood. I know you love Hollywood, Greg. And then only for 2 days, and then we're heading to the mile-high city of Colorado for the second time this year already, as that one's driven down the left field line. That's going to go foul.
And for the third time in 4 years, we're going to Kansas City. We were there in 2009.
Right.
We skipped 2010. We were there last year. We're going back this year.
So we got a
natural rival.
Yeah, we have a 3-city, 7-day trip coming up. So
a little interleague this weekend coming up.
How about that? Already interleague time.
How about next year, as the count on Cabrera goes to 2-1? Every game next year will feature American League team playing a national.
There will be at least one interleague game every single
from opening day through the end of the season. That's because of the change. Ground ball to center. We'll talk more about that when we come back. Hill throws out Cabrera, and a nice little stretch here. 6-7 in a row sit down by Cahill. It's 1-0 Giants.
Batting practice, not only were they sporting their Ryan Roberts tattoo sleeves, they're also wearing their Coyotes whiteout Beat LA t-shirt. Kirk Gibson came into his pregame press meeting in a great mood. He's a big hockey fan, played it growing up. His sons Kevin and Cam also play a ton of hockey. In fact, Cam was part of a national championship team. He said Kevin came out here several seasons and skated with the Coyotes. Shane Doan was a great guy to him and really an influence. By the way, game one tomorrow, we've got pre- and post-game coverage right here on Fox Sports Arizona starting at 4:30. So nice to see both worlds colliding here. D-backs big fans of the Yotes and vice versa, guys.
Yeah, go Yotes, huh?
How about that?
How about that?
Usually the Beat LA chant is Suns against the Lakers, but it's no longer.
No, we've heard it here at Chase Field when the Dodgers are in, or even before the Dodgers come in for a big series. And
Beat LA is kind of nationwide, isn't it?
Yeah. It's easy to catch on to. And hopefully the Coyotes can start off well tomorrow night. Get a couple of hot goalies going in that one. Aaron Hill, 2 balls and a strike from Matt Cain. Giants got a first inning run.
Now, how about Beat SF?
Beat SF. There you go. Start that chant.
Yeah, Beat LA just sounds better, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's a drive into right center. And that ball is by the diving right fielder Blanco to the wall. Up with Pagan. Hill's on his way to third. And he'll make it. 3-base hit. Aaron Hill. Got the fans going.
Oh, there's an old saying in baseball, if you can help it, don't leave your feet with nobody out. Because if you leave your feet and you don't come up with it, it's going to go to the wall and it will be a triple. Even somebody with speed like, well, myself is going to be on third base once you leave your feet and come up empty with nobody out. Now, the Diamondbacks with a big opportunity here to at least tie this ball game up. But Trevor Cahill going to have to do some damage and try to help himself.
0 for 12 without an RBI into right and foul. Strike one. He got a hit in his first ever big league at bat. He got that against Hiroki Kuroda June 17, 2009. He hasn't gotten one since. 1 for 22. Interestingly enough, though, he doesn't strike out at, well, he's fanned 5 times this year, but 8 times in those 22 at-bats. Corner infielders are in.
Yeah, I was just about to say giant infielders. Boy, Belt at first base way in. Oh, there's a major league breaking ball right there, and that front leg of Trevor Cahill's.
Jelly.
That's exactly right. Just turned to mush. Watch this front leg. Yikes!
The back leg was shaking a little bit.
I think every part of him.
He laid off there.
He laid off it. I guess from what I've been told, Trevor Cahill was a pretty good hitter back in high school.
Those guys don't think so right now.
I'll tell you what, Miley can hit.
Yeah, we've seen that. He's got a 5-game hitting
Corbin
streak.
can hit. Daniel Hudson will come back hopefully soon, can hit.
2-2 countdown.
Ian and Joe, they've struggled a little bit this year. They did some decent things last year. They're still looking to check in this year.
Joe is really lamenting the fact he hasn't gotten a hit yet this year.
Oh, he laid off another good breaking ball. No, he didn't go. 3-2 now, Cahill.
He's going to
have to get a fastball here, I would imagine. Let's see if he can be quick enough to put it in place somewhere and make it a 1-1 game.
Looking for that first career RBI and trying to get this game even after a leadoff triple by Aaron Hill.
Boy, this would be a big shot in the arm for the Diamondbacks.
Line but foul.
He got the fastball all right. Just a little bit tardy with it.
How about that 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up?
I've always said as a pitcher you should work on your hitting more than they do. If you're going to be considered an out, why not be a tough out like Cahill's being right now?
Cain trying to get him out. Cahill trying to get the runner home from third, and a swing and a miss. He got him. Third strikeout for Matt Cain.
Well, the San Francisco Giants lead it 1-0, Greg, because in the first inning, all it was a little ground ball to the second baseman by Brandon Belt to drive in that run. Cahill couldn't get it done. Now it's up to Willie Bloomquist once again. Middle infielders are back. They're going to concede this run. Got to find a way to put a ball in play. tie the ball game up.
Bloomquist walked on 4 pitches in the first inning. And a swing and a foul into the mitt. Now the catcher Posey, strike 1. Well, here we are again.
Well,
runner in scoring position.
That was just a hanging changeup right there that he just swung through.
This has been a problem area for the Diamondbacks this season. See, Willie scored 2 out of the 4 times with him at the plate.
Shoot, if worse comes to worse, just bunt it.
Yeah.
Bunt it somewhere and you can get him in. Anything but a strikeout or a pop-up.
Nice block there by Posey. A ball and a strike.
Coming on the air, we talked about the big, violent swings that the Diamondbacks found themselves doing a lot during their losing times. Last night, they settled things down, swung more in control, and won the ball game.
Willie hits one foul and out of play. Now he's got to really be protective of that play with a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Exactly right. And a lot of times with a guy like Kane, you don't get many good pitches to hit.
Nope.
Willie Bloomquist got a hanging changeup his first pitch. Didn't do anything with it. Well, strike 2 was a tough fastball right in on his hands. Let's see if he's able to find somehow, some way. This is where you just have to will yourself to success right here. Now the infield's in for the Giants.
With 2 strikes on the batter.
Ooh, my goodness. I think if Posey had not been standing up right there, if he had actually been in his crouch,
might have gotten the call.
I think Brian O'Nora might have called that strike 3. But now you're in his line of vision when you when you stand up like that.
2-2 on Willie. Into right field. Yep. Hill tags. There's the catch. Comes the throw to the plate. Sac fly, Willie Bloomquist.
Good stuff, Willie Bloomquist. That is veteran hitting right there. And we talked about staying in control of your swing by hook or by crook. Put the ball in play. And watch this swing by Willie Bloomquist. Are you telling me that's swinging for the fences? Heck no. That's just putting the ball in play and finding a way by hook or by crook to get that run in. Willie Bloomquist just had a fabulous at-bat.
And he gets this game even, and Parr will bat with 2 outs and nobody on now. So the triple, strike out of the pitcher, but the sac fly.
And by Gregor Blanco leaving his feet on that ball by Hill, it turned it into a triple. And
Big
hence
difference.
a run.
1 ball, no strikes to count now on Parr, who struck out swinging his first time up. Kane is already up over 50 pitches, which is a little unusual for him. We talked about the few amount of walks he'd given up on the season overall. He's a workhorse. He'll get you long into a game. There's a foul ball by Park. Tomorrow here in the finale, it's going to be a couple of lefties, Joe Saunders and Barry Zito. Let me see the line on Kane, and 2, that's 27 strikes, 25 balls.
They're making him work.
Yeah. Parr into right center field. That's a gapper. All the way to the pool area, into the pool area. Ground pool double.
Nice play. That's Dan Marley.
Marley.
Attaboy, Thunder Dan. Look at you. Good for Dan Marley. He's still got it. He's still got it.
Hopefully they get the shot of the. Yeah, they're getting a look here at the stadium now. Everybody's seeing it.
That is great. This is great too. Gerardo Parra. 1 hop. Thunder Dan puts that big right paw up and makes the play and stares it down. I love it.
You know, Marley took batting practice a couple of years ago for the Diamondbacks, had a couple out.
I was here when he did it. He took batting practice back in his playing days too, and I don't know if he could have played in the major leagues, but I'll tell you what, he could have played at a pretty decent level. I mean, he hit some balls halfway up the bleachers out there in right field. He's a left-handed hitter.
Yeah, he is. You talk about a tough-nosed customer. He would drive the opposition batty with his defense.
He's been out in the sun. I can't tell where his face starts and his shirt ends.
Not quite as bad as that lady in New York.
He's been out in that beautiful Phoenix sun.
Number 9, there you go.
I'll tell you another thing, he's showing very little self-control when it comes to feeding himself out there, too.
Showing everybody how he did it now.
That was a great catch, though. We love him.
Upton, can he get the 2-out hit? He fouls him back. He's in the hole 1 and 2. Justin just looks like he's searching for the answer up there right now. 31 plate appearances, Gracie, with runners in scoring position. Only 2 hits.
Oh, boy.
2 for 23 overall, and 0.87 batting average for Upton.
Well, when your number 3 hitter is hitting under 100 with runners in scoring position, boy, it makes it tough sledding offensively. Got to find a way to get Justin going.
Got him set up 1-2 here with Parr at second, 2 down. Out of play.
And Justin knows it.
Yep. It's not like he's not out here working game in and game out. He's well out before batting practice, working with Don Baylor. He just hasn't found that swing yet. Here's Don. That must be a little too tight. He went around. Brian O'Nora said he couldn't check out. That's a strikeout. Well, the Diamondbacks do get a run to tie it. They leave a runner in scoring position, and we'll go to the 4th inning. D-backs and the Giants tied at 1. Truck.
Let's start over, Greg.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Let's go to the top of the 4th inning here at Chase Field. The Diamondbacks and the San Francisco Giants tied at 1 now. And we want to welcome you back here where the Diamondbacks are playing the Giants. Fun times at the Ram Trucks .TV pool. Great places to watch a game.
I've been known to bring my play-by-play guys down to my level, Greg, so it's okay.
Well, we're fine and dandy. Diamondbacks though need to keep Mr. Cahill in good form here. He's set down 7 in a row as he throws a strike to Posey, and he gets ahead of him 0-2. You're right, since that rough start here, he has been dialing up the ground
That's
outs.
why it's a crazy game. I mean, he's just pounding the strike zone now. That one just missed.
Yeah, just a bit outside, as Bob Uecker would say, in Major League.
And Buddy Uecker still going strong in Milwaukee, isn't he?
I heard. I was driving home last night after you and I got done with Diamond Talk on the radio side, and heard him call the winning rally on the 13th against the Cubbies. Uke. Boy, he's been at it for a long, long time. He played back in the 50s and 60s.
I was going to say, he probably retired in the early 60s, didn't he?
Yeah. Ooh, boy,
just missed that outside corner, didn't he?
Posey leading off here, then Pagan and Arias in the top of the fourth inning for the Giants on a foul tip. Let's head out to the pool area where Brad is with Thunder Dan.
Perhaps the finest defensive play of a lot of grace and ease with that one.
Well, I just had finished a hot dog, so I'm glad I looked up and it bounced right to my hand and I got it. So that's kind of a Mark Grace-esque catch from the first baseline.
The key was not even moving the plate of food. You know your priorities.
I do have my priorities. Food first, then the baseball. There you go. Not a bad grab. That's like the Shaq thing where he makes the layup with his left hand. He kind of just stares at it. So
the key was the reaction as well.
Yeah, nobody more surprised than me.
You're a baseball fan, but also you played a lot of baseball, still play baseball.
Played a couple years in college, and I played in a men's league here in Phoenix. So, yeah, baseball's always been my favorite sport.
What have you been doing during the offseason? Obviously, the Suns would have hoped to be in the playoffs. Second straight year not in the playoffs. What's taking up your time these days?
Take a couple weeks off, relax, and then we'll kick it back into gear. I'm going to be coaching the summer league, summer league in Vegas for the Suns. Be the head coach there. So, look forward to it. Take a couple weeks off, and then go back to work. Playoffs. Who do you like? I said that San Antonio's going to win it all. I got San Antonio against the Heat. San Antonio's been great all year. They're rested. They're a veteran team. They can score in a lot of different ways, so I'm picking San Antonio. Mark Grace said your tan is so good you never know when the face ends and the shirt starts. Well, Mark knows because I've been out at Whisper Rock playing in the member guest out the last 4 days. So that's what I've been doing the last couple days. Thunder, always great to see you. Great catch, by the way. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you, Brad. Yeah, how about that plate of food never even
It never moved. It never moved.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he did make a heck of a grab. He was a doggone good baseball player.
We heard what he said. Baseball is his favorite sport. Guy who was a tremendous basketball player. Here it is one more time for you.
And there's the plate of food in the left hand and the ball right in the right hand. Nicely done by our good friend of the show, Dan Marley.
That's up the middle, and that'll be on through into center field. So Pagan's 2 for 2 against Cahill, and now with a double and a single in the ball game. And that snaps a streak of 8 straight retired by Trevor.
I'll tell you another thing. Marley was talking about playing golf. He is a really good golfer.
A good athlete, period.
I made the mistake of playing him for some money about 5 years ago. That'll never happen again.
So the Giants have their second hit of the night. Diamondbacks have 2. And with 1 out, Cahill, we talk about it with good sinker ballers. They're 1 pitch away from getting a double play ball and getting a couple outs. Let's see if Cahill can get one here against Arias. There goes Pagan. Montero's throw has almost hit the second base umpire, Tom Hallion, who had to get out of the way. And Pagan steals the base.
I think Bruce Bochy doing a good job realizing that Cahill is a ground ball guy. I've got to get guys on the move. And sure enough, nearly another poor throw.
I told you Hallion had to get out of the way quick.
Aaron Hill made a nice play. Tom Hallion wasn't really expecting to have to get out of the way, but everybody's healthy and everybody's happy, and the Giants trying to retake the lead here in the 4th inning.
All I can say for Hallion is a good thing he didn't turn around and look at the play at second before that ball got to him. He'd have been drilled. And now pitch is low, and it's 2-0 the count. Pagan with that stolen base, number 6 on the year, 6 out of 7. Montero had thrown out 8 of 17 coming in here tonight. And that led the major leagues, that 47%. Low ball 3-0, I believe the count.
That would be correct.
Yeah, and now they fix it up there. Emmanuel Burris is on deck. So the Giants trying to get the lead right back after the Diamondbacks just caught them in the bottom of the 3rd. And ball 4 outside. So Cahill set down 8 in a row. Now a single, a stolen base, and a walk has him in some trouble. 3rd walk for Cahill. And up steps the switch hitting Emmanuel Burris. Burris Dating back to 2010, 43 of his 44 hits, Mark Grace, have been singles, including all 14 this season. And since 2010 and now 219 plate appearances, has just one extra base hit.
Wow.
No extra base hits in his last 120 at-bats.
You know, and with his speed, you know, just a long single is going to be a double. So that's honestly kind of hard to do.
So Cahill now with 2 on and 1 out against Burris. Pagan and Arias, the base runners. And a chopper to the right side. Hill will go to second. They'll get the out there. No other play. So Arias is forced. Then they'll go 4-6. Hill to Bloomquist. On to third, Pagan. Burris now the base runner at first for Crawford.
Shortstop Brandon Crawford.
And time now for our AT&T trivia question. When's the last time the D-backs had a 10-game win streak versus any opponent? Well, I remember a couple of big streaks they had. I remember they had a 16 or a 17-game streak against Cincinnati.
Really?
Years back, and I think they won 10 in a row against the Phillies that one stretch. Which one is right?
The Cincinnati one is right, I guess. Very good.
There's a high chopper, but foul. I remember that stretch against the Reds. They couldn't do anything wrong against Cincinnati.
And let's see, that was in my playing days, and I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, couldn't have done it without me, Greg.
That's right. I'm sorry I gave the answer so quickly,
yeah.
guys.
Gonzo, Matty, Finley, nah. Randy Johnson, Schilling.
There's a bunt back to Cahill. He throws to first in time for the out.
Thank you very much,
My
Brandon
goodness
Crawford.
gracious. You kidding me?
Go ahead and swing the bat next time. Might
We're
drive
still tied
somebody
at
in.
1. Right now, Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Well.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're showing this. Cactus Corn. It's the best popcorn, not only in Arizona, but best popcorn in the major leagues. And it gives me an opportunity. I want to show everybody this. I get this popcorn from Cactus Corn about every night. Mike and Sharon Lewandowski, they run the show down there at Cactus Corn, and they are celebrating their 28th wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary, you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do for us. And you know what they're doing on their anniversary, on the 28th anniversary?
Yeah, one's on the top level and one's on the lower level.
There's two popcorn stands here. One of them's in the upper deck, and one of them's in the main concourse selling their victuals. But we've got a first date couple, doing their thing back in New York. Well, 28th anniversary. Thank you so much, guys. Continued success, and we love you guys.
That was great popcorn. Montero, big swing and a miss, 1-1. Foul back. I still shake my head a little bit on that last play to end the top of the fourth inning, the bunt by Crawford.
Just
especially with the pitcher coming up.
Yeah, first and third, 2 outs. That's basically, you're telling anybody that's watching that, man, I don't really think I can hit this guy.
And Trevor Cahill was the happiest man on the field with a little comeback bunt attempt and threw Crawford out rather easily. So the Giants turned away. Now the Diamondbacks here in the last of the fourth with Montero, Roberts, and Overbay against Kane. D-backs have made Kane work here in this one.
They have. And that's what you have to do against a guy. You describe, and there's a term for guys like, he's a horse.
Yeah.
He's a guy that's going to be out there at least 6 innings every single start. Rare for him to have it. There's a big, violent swing and a miss there from Miguel Montero. That's it. His second strikeout. Boy, Miguel really battling the strikeout bug this year, isn't he? You see he's upset with himself. I mean, this pitch is right down the middle, folks. Belt high right down the middle. But because he's swinging so hard, his head's coming off the ball. And the old saying, you can't hit what you can't see.
33 strikeouts. That leads the ball club for Montero.
There's another big rip right there from Ryan Roberts to no avail. So they're going back to their old habits here in the middle innings. Remember what we saw out of Willie Bloomquist? Yep. How nice that was. Just
done those swings you highlighted in the pregame.
Yeah, just poking it out there. Now, if you get a mistake, go ahead and swing it with bad intentions. I understand that. But against a guy like this, the old saying is you got to take what he gives you. He's not going to throw fat pitches right down the middle for you. He's too good.
Roberts hits it foul, the Diamondback dugout. And 1-2 the count. Five strikeouts for Kane. The Diamondbacks striking out at a very high pace here in 2012. They knocked those strikeouts way down last year.
Well, you didn't have Mark Reynolds.
Right.
You traded him for David Hernandez. That's 200 and some change you're not going to have.
Adam LaRoche struck out 150 or 160 times the previous year.
But this is a team that for years has. I mean, they're going to strike out, and they're going to strike out a lot.
There's a long drive caught by Harris down at third.
That's tough luck there for Roberts. Now that was a nice in-control swing right there, and then the result was a line drive. But unfortunately, Arias was right there to make the play. Watch this swing. This is much more under control.
Ooh, a little snow cone there, but he kept it in the glove, and third base umpire Alfonso Marquez said, yeah, you caught it. So 2 outs now, and here's Overbay, who grounded out sharply to second his first time up. And a foul here. Diamondbacks winners of 9 straight against San Francisco. 8 straight home wins against the Giants. Cahill miss outside. Haven't really had that outside corner strike called for either pitcher here tonight.
Brian O'Nora, home plate umpire, is umpiring in the Midwest League back in Single A. That's a shot right off the leg. That'll end the inning. Let's hope Matt Cain's okay. He's hurting. You can tell he's hurting.
There we are.
There's
gotta love it.
Big Mike
coming up here.
Attaboy. Happy anniversary.
The D-backs are tied with the Giants, one apiece. Brad Sankey joined by Sarah Pace Jones, who is here with a very special group. Tell us about what is going on here. Donate Life Arizona.
We have about 1,100 people here for the ball game today, cheering on the D-backs, but also celebrating life that happens when one person agrees to be a donor. One person can make a difference in literally over 50 different lives if they just take a minute to sign up to be a donor.
And how do they do?
They can go to donatelifeaz.org. In fact, we've had over 100 people register here already at the game. And for those who are at home watching the game, they can just get on their phone. They don't even have to get up. Go on your phone, go to donatelifeaz.org, sign up on your phone, our Facebook page, and they can sign up right there.
And you guys are all wearing T-shirts that say Register 20 in 2012. What does that mean?
We really want people to not only register themselves, but if you go register today, which we hope everybody does, go ahead and post that on your Facebook page, tweet it out, and let people know that they can sign up too.
And behind me, I don't know if we can get a shot, but this is Barbara, who in 2006 had a double lung transplant. So obviously this is a cause that is very near and dear to you.
Absolutely. Every day is a wonderful day for me, and every day I wake up with a new life, thanks to Donate Network Arizona. And my mission is to help spread the word that donation works.
Well, thank you for your time, and best of luck. Great organization, Donate Life Arizona. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Great story, Brad, and wow, double lung. Congratulations to her. Big group. They're all out in the right field bleachers. Matt Cain is at the plate, so obviously okay. He took a little time coming out, but he's leading off here for the Giants, and he lines one into left field, a base hit. This is the way the last half inning ended, with Cain getting struck by a line drive.
Well, he's obviously okay as he lines. Ooh, ow. He's tough, though. And that's the guy that he's talking to, the guy that hit him, Lyle Overbay, over there at first. I'm sure you're never trying to do that to a pitcher, and you're just glad they're okay.
I watched him run down to first base. He did have a little, slight little limp. He's on now, and here is Blanco, who has walked, scored their run, grounded out, ground ball to short. They'll get two, and they won't get the out at first. The ball gets away.
Boy, very fortunate that Gregor Blanco wasn't paying attention. He had already broken it down and was already cursing himself for tapping into a force play, because this ball gets past Lyle Overbay. Cain going in hard. Yeah, golly, go ahead, pitcher, and play the game.
Baseman Brandon Belt.
Well, I don't mind that at all. That's a pitcher playing the game like a position player.
He was getting the high fives in the dugout.
Doggone right, as he should. And if his teammate over there that hit the ball was paying attention, he'd be on second base right now.
So 6-4 in the fielder's choice. Blanco at first. Here's Belt, who drove in the run with a ground out. And he hits this one foul out of play. He's 0 for his last 13, though, Brandon Belt. KO continues to dial up the ground ball outs in this ball game today. He steps off here. So he's at 80 on the season compared to 26 fly ball outs and 24 strikeouts. Only Jake Westbrook, we saw him pitching for St. Louis with a better rate here in 2012. Belt
just missed.
Looks at one outside. I always thought this kid, since he's come into professional baseball, has got the perfect name, Brandon Belt.
Sounds like a heavy hitting dude, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, the roof and the panels have opened as we've gone to the fifth inning here. Pretty close over there, first baseman.
This ballpark is beautiful anyway, but with the roofs open, what a difference. Just a gorgeous place to play baseball and a gorgeous place to watch baseball.
Unfortunately, Gracie, I think our days of open roof are just about coming to an end. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Montero's throw is not in time. And a stolen base for Blanco. And the Giants in the running game tonight, 2 for 2. And the count on Blanco now, ball 2 strikes with Melky Cabrera next. So the Giants trying to get the lead back here. And against Cahill and the D-backs in the 5th. It'll miss inside. Both bleacher sections are filled tonight. Got another nice crowd on hand.
Terrific crowd tonight.
Had almost 36,000 in the house last night. The day game tomorrow, Mother's Day tomorrow.
Happy early Mother's Day out there.
Yes, sir. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on him, and Bell didn't get it. Second strikeout for Cahill. 2 out in the inning.
Big time change up there. At a really big time, Greg. Runner in scoring position. Belt sees it straight, and boy, bottom falls right out of it. It just never gets there. Boy, it doesn't get any easier now. You got Melky Cabrera, and you got an open base, but then if you decide you want to pitch around Cabrera, you got to deal with Buster Posey, who's no day at the beach either.
No. Cabrera with a 9-game hitting streak coming in. He's 0 for 2, and he hits this one down to first. Fair ball, says Chad Fairchild. Extra bases. Touched by a fan. Ground rule double. The run is in. 2-out double for Cabrera, and a 2-1 Giant lead. Right down the line and
right over the bag. Nothing Lyle Overbay can do. And once the fans touch it, it's a double, and Giants retake the lead.
Kane's got his lead back now. And now Posey at the plate. 10-game hitting streak for Melky Cabrera. And now Posey's got a chance to get him home. For the Giants, their 4th hit of the night. Strike here, 0-1. These two clubs always seem to play tight games. Into the dirt. Nice backhanded stab by Montero. Tried to fool Cabrera by making him think that ball went back to the screen. Ball and a strike. Oh, you kidder, Montero.
Yeah, go ahead. You're not fooling me. I've been around a while, says Melky Cabrera.
Tapper at the plate, foul by Posey. Now 1-2. Remember that 18-inning game Diamondbacks played in San Francisco in 0-1?
Only too well.
1-0. And that game ended
after midnight. I remember that.
Yeah, and Ryan Vogelsong, who's now back with the Giants, was at third base. They had runners at second and third, 2 out when that game ended. There's a foul out play. I think Santiago flied out to Reggie Sanders in right field.
I think
and Greg Swindell was on the mound.
Yeah.
That was a long one. Had you ever played in I'm sure you hadn't, a game without any kind of run scoring that length?
No.
I mean, that's a long time. 18. Well,
I think the very next, we had to play a day game, I believe, the next day. It might have been a Friday night, and then Sunday was the day game, and it went like 13 innings.
Yeah. Posey hits one foul out of play into the seats. But again, these two teams always seem to play close ones. Right now it's a 1-run game. The Giants back on top 2-1. Posey trying to make it a 3-1 game. Get Cabrera home from second with 2 men out. Cahill, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 4 hits given up. And Posey another foul.
Well, he hung a changeup right there, Cahill. Looking to the stars, saying, boy, thankfully he didn't hit that ball a mile. I mean, he left one right on a tee for Buster Posey. Watch this thing hang right belt high in the middle. Oh, dear.
The Panda said, no, man, you got to hit that one way out of there.
You need to hit that one way out of here. I got a broken wrist, and I could have hit that one.
Line drive right to short to Bloomquist to end the end. That wasn't an easy play as that might have looked. That runner was going right in front of Willie when that ball was coming at him. But the Giants get a run, and they take the lead 2-1 here as we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-1 in favor of the Giants here as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Time for our Geico quote of the game. This from Kirk Gibson. There's no explanation for it at all. I hope we beat them again, not to keep the streak alive, just because we try and win every night. It's on the Diamondbacks beating the Giants 9 straight heading into tonight.
Well, they got a little work to do.
And they will have Kubel, Hill, and Cahill against Matt Cain. Only 2 hits allowed by Cain, a triple by Hill, a double by Parra. And both came in the 3rd inning. Strike 1 to Jason. Well, we want to send Gettle well soon along to Scott Kelso, crew supervisor for us, Ralphie's big brother, and spending a couple of days in the hospital. I want to alert the nurses there. You can get a little bit. There's Ralph.
There's Ralph.
Ralph's been with us for a long, long time, as has Scott. And we hope Scott gets well real quick and gets back to work.
Get to feeling better, Scotty. We miss you.
Close-knit group that we have here. Have had here for years, many of them. A lot of guys been here for a long time. Already the 15th season of Diamondbacks baseball. That's hard to believe, isn't it? 15 years.
That's ball 4. Good at bat there by Kubel. I'm sure Cain, after he gets a lead, not only getting lead, but he helped himself get the lead by getting a leadoff base hit, breaking up a double play, and then he walks the leadoff man here to start the 5th inning for the Diamondbacks.
And for Kubel, that's walk number 15 in the season. And that leads the club. Montero has 14. You look at our in-game box here tonight. Kubel will grab his lead. He'll add a triple to the right center field gap. His first time up. And he fouls this one back. Well, I think Gilbert wasn't there tonight. That ball would have been fumbled.
I'll tell you what, it's been a rough year in press row when it comes to foul balls.
They just kind of slid by and let that one fall. Then picked it up.
Did you hear him screaming? And everybody's just now getting back on their seat after diving out of the way of it.
And that had some height to it. There's a bunt. Arias makes the play, and he got him on a dandy play. Nice play by Joaquin Arias, who took a bunt hit away.
I didn't think there was any way in the world he was going to get him. Well, that was a heck of a play by the young third baseman. I didn't think there was any way he was going to be able to get Hill.
Very strong throw.
Very accurate throw as well. Boy, that's hard to do.
Hill was bunt for a hit, but they'll give him a sacrifice bunt because he advances the runner into scoring position, and now it's Cahill. Boy, that would have been a nice first and second with Cahill a chance to bunt him over. But Arias made a dandy right there.
Well, Cahill battled Matt Cain pretty hard his first time.
Yep. Granting 3-2. In fact, you saw 8 pitches in the at-bat.
If you watch Trevor Cahill, watch his left foot, his front foot. He strides right at about Matt Williams. Over in the third base box, as you see our Century League high-speed pitch. 93 for Matt Cain, 91 for Cahill.
Tapper back to Cain. They'll let the runner back and throw Cahill out front, number 2. And that's going to leave it up to Willie Bloomquist.
Coming right at you, folks.
Bloomquist tonight has walked and hit a sacrifice fly to drive in the Diamondback run back in the 3rd inning. Diamondbacks 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position tonight. Cain came in here with the league hitting 156 against him, 5 for 32, so 5 for 35 now. But 7 runs batted in against him. So they've done some damage with some hits, and Willie a big swing and a miss, strike 1. Don't forget tomorrow's game's at 1:10. 1:10 tomorrow, Mother's Day.
Then off we go.
Yep. Back out again. That's low. I snuck a peek at the next homestand, Gracie. The Dodgers in for 3 and Milwaukee in for 3.
Promises to be 2 very good series.
Yeah. So the Diamondbacks are going to have 5 with the Dodgers within a week's time.
Can get right back in the thick of things with some wins. Ooh, boy, a hanging change up there. Bloomquist, you can see, disgusted with himself. Boy, I got a good pitch to hit, and I missed it. Once again, I mean, oh, goodness. Those were fun to hit, Greg.
Yeah.
They really were.
Not foul off.
No, because you know you're not going to get another one. Now you got to really battle.
1-2 now on Willie, who battled Cain last time and got a sacrifice fly to tie the game. Looking for a 2-out hit here. And Cain throws high. Cain is at 85 pitches on the night. Of course, the Giants have had to kind of rework their bullpen. Affeld's out of the DL. Mota suspended for 100 games. And Brian Wilson has had Tommy John surgery. These are 3 key ingredients out.
Oh, baby. What a pitch.
Got him looking at the breaking ball.
Told you wasn't going to get another fat one like that.
Diamondbacks leave a runner in scoring position, and through 5, it's 2-1 San Fran. Giants got to the board in the first inning, a 4-pitch walk, and then an errant pickoff attempt by Cahill. And then this ground out by Brandon Belt puts San Francisco on top 1-0. It stayed that way until the Diamondback third, when Aaron Hill led things off with a triple by Blanco. And then Willie Bloomquist with one out hit the sacrifice fly to right to tie the game. Giants came right back in the 5th inning, though. Matt Cain started things off with a hit. And then Melky Cabrera, a double with 2 men out. Now a leadoff single here by Angel Pagan, his 3rd hit of the night against Cahill, opening up the 6th inning for San Francisco, their 5th hit in the ball game.
And Pagan's 3rd hit in the ball game, so Cahill certainly hadn't fooled him. He's been really good otherwise, as Kuba played that on a short hop.
Now 3 of the 5 Giants hits coming from Pagan. He's a threat to run. He stole a base earlier. Arias, the batter, he has grounded out and he has walked in this game. I'll throw to first, runner back. Well, as we told you in the summary, Cahill in the 1st inning tried to pick off Blanco after he walked him, and he threw it away, and Blanco raced around to 3rd and scored on a ground out by Belt for a very easy run. Pagan leaning to throw over, and he'll get back. Cain has limited the Diamondbacks to only 2 hits tonight. They've made him work, but he's been able to wiggle out of things when he needed to. And struck out Bloomquist, his 6th strikeout of the ball game, to win the 5th inning with a runner in scoring position. Another throw over to first, and Pagan's got to get some of the dust out of him. Here is Matt Cain. I think he used the correct terminology when he said the guy's a workhorse. He indeed is.
He's only given up 2 hits here this evening.
That's a strike call on the inside corner to Arias. Here's the Giants box score. You see Pagan's done the bulk of the damage there. Yeah, he's got a loaded area there, and he just can't get everything squeezed in. Down to 3rd, Roberts, look like it. Out at 2nd and out at 1st, double play. 5-4-3.
Oh, what a play by Ryan Roberts. Talk about the hot corner, 3rd base. I mean, a bullet off the bat of Joaquin Arias. And just a quick reaction backhand by Roberts turns what would have been a double down the line into a double play. Well, that's a big play there by Roberts.
Well, Arias robbed Hill of a bunt hit on a nice defensive play in the last half inning, and now Roberts takes a hit away from Arias with a nice start to a 5-4-3 double play. There's a strike here to Emmanuel Burris. And he's hit by a pitch. Just kind of leaned into us, moving in on him, and he's just
going to get hit by a curveball.
Yeah. And that'll bring up Brandon Crawford. Crawford's 0 for 2 in the ball game. On this date in history, May 12th, 1998.
What happened?
Grace hit the first home run to the pool at then Bank One Ballpark in a 7-6 loss to your Cubs.
No kidding.
Yep.
How many years ago?
1998.
Golly. I used to be a good ball player. Right out there where Thunder Dan is lurking.
Yeah. He probably would have caught it.
Thunder Dan hanging out there.
Wait for another baseball.
Yeah.
Come his way. He grabbed one with a plate of food in his hand. He just stuck out that old right hand and grabbed a ground rule double. Heads up, they were yelling down there.
Somebody's hollering right by our dugout microphone. Oh, it was Pablo Sandoval.
He has fun, doesn't he?
Hard to have fun on the DL, but he finds a way, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Another mysterious hand injury for him. And he doesn't know how he did it.
Yeah.
It's 2 years in a row he's had about a 6-7 week injury, and both times have no idea how he did it.
Had the same injury last year to the right hand and missed 40 games. This year it's the left hamate bone.
I mean, I've always known when I broke a bone. Ow!
Yeah.
You know,
Swing and a miss by Crawford. 0-2. Ryan Terrio just went on the DL. He's got a right elbow strain. A lot of teams hit with a lot of injuries
I was
early
say,
on.
I don't think any team has ever been fully healthy all year long with the same 25 guys all year. It just doesn't happen. Diamondbacks have found that out this year early in the season with Chris Young, Daniel Hudson, Jeff Blum.
Of course, Stephen Drew's still out.
Stephen Drew still with that catastrophic injury, but he's coming around, I guess.
He
Slowly but
did some
surely.
sliding.
Did he?
About 6 times. Once head first slide. There's Stephen. So that's a major step right there.
Just go head first for the rest of your career.
Yeah. He used to do that, I guess.
That's probably what I would do. Just go head first the rest of my career.
Here's the 2-2, and Crawford is hit by a pitch.
All of a sudden, Cahill hits Burris with a curveball, now hits Crawford with a changeup.
And 2 guys who are not doing
very
a lot
good
of
hitters.
hitting.
Yeah.
He had 1 hit batter coming in. He's had 2 in the inning. 3 now in the season. Matt Cain will bat with 2 on, 2 out. Cain had a hit last time up.
Charlie Nagy going to come out and find out just what the heck's going on out here.
And the Diamondbacks get the bullpen up. That looks like Craig Breslow. It is the lefty. So Nag's out there. He's doing all the talking. Now Cahill a little bit. 87 pitches for Cahill here tonight. Cain has thrown 86 in his 5 innings of work. Now this is a must out here. 4 batters in the inning and 3 have reached base. And had it not been for the nicely turned double play started by Roberts, Cahill would really be in a mess of trouble.
All he's got to do is find a way to retire the opposing pitcher. He misses badly with ball 1.
Cahill's had an interesting night. He really scuffled in the first inning. The Giants got a run. They left 2. Then he went through a stretch where he retired 8 in a row. But since then now, Giants have been getting some base runners at an average of 2 an inning. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes on Cain.
This was kind of the Cahill we saw in the first inning where he really struggled finding his release point. And right now, after being terrific since the first inning, all of a sudden hitting guys and falling behind the pitcher. 2-0.
Swing and a miss by Cain.
Do a changeup 2-0 there, and threw a beauty.
And he got a swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. Giants are 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. Cain had a hit and he started that 5th inning. Giants end up getting a run in that frame to get the lead back. There's a ground ball, fair down the right field line into the corner, extra bases. Up and over to play it. 1 run in. Here comes another runner to the plate. He'll score on an overthrow. The first cutoff man there. Overbay grabbed it when he turned around. He didn't have a chance to get Crawford. Cain's driven in 2, and the Giant lead goes to 3. It's 4-1.
Trevor Cahill's going to get the ball, get on the mound, and while Kirk Gibson's on his way, he's going to be telling himself, "Shame on me." You get the double play ball, you hit a batter that's not known for his hitting. You hit another batter that's not known for his hitting. Then you give a 2-out, 2 RBI double up to the opposing pitcher. Ouch.
And we'll take a break. Cahill leaves. Breslow comes on. 4-1 Giants.
1 shot. 1 opportunity.
That was huge with 2 outs. Here it is, right down the first baseline. And with good speed out there, and Burris and Crawford, they were able to leg it in. And that knocked out Trevor Cahill. And Kane has pitched to now hit himself to a 4-1 lead. Boy, you think of the way the Giants got their runs here. A walk on a 4-pitch first batter of the game, and then an errant throw, pickoff throw, got that run to third, a ground out. And now here with 2 outs in this inning and nobody on, back-to-back hit batters from Cahill by Burris and Crawford.
Yeah, I would imagine if the score stays anywhere near advantageous for the Giants, I would imagine Trevor Cahill going to be kicking himself in his sleep tonight.
There's a strike to Blanco from Craig Breslow. Well, remember, Matt Cain had a 6-0 lead at one time over the Diamondbacks in game number 3 of the season on April 8th. Diamondbacks got him for 5 runs, ended up winning that ball game 7-6. Still time to go. There's a fly ball into left center, one of the few fly balls tonight. Parr gloves it, and this inning comes to an end, but not before the damage done with 2 out. The 2-run, 2-base hit by Cain. It's 4-1 San Fran.
Field, some great news for D-back fans. Stephen Drew coming back from that devastating ankle injury, sliding for the first time, rounding second, heading to third. Everything went well. He had 6 slides on the dirt right there, 3 on the field, but it was interesting. His first slide on the mat was head first. He did that, you know, we don't really know Stephen is having a great sense of humor, but he does. He kind of did that head first slide just to kind of mess with Gibby. Gibby had kind of a smile on his face, but great news for Stephen Drew. I talked to him a little while ago. He said it was just fantastic to get that uniform dirty again. He is on pace, and hopefully this team can see him back in the next month or so.
Thank you, Brad. And I think that was one of the areas right there that was the next stop for Stephen Drew, along with, you know, playing some back-to-back games, maybe 9 innings, and that's still to come. Yeah. But that's sliding. That's big.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. He's ready. Let's go.
Him up here.
Let's get him up here.
All right, Kane to work now. He's got a 4-1 lead. He drove into in that top of the 6th inning. He's got Parr to lead it off. And he throws high outside. Parr has got one of the 2 Diamondback hits, a double in the 3rd. The other hit belonging to Hill, who tripled in the 3rd. There's a ball down low, 2-0.
Tough pitch to take there, but he did. As you said, now it's 2-0. Should get a fastball here.
Base runners. There's a strike.
You need a bunch of them.
Parr broke in with the Diamondbacks in 2009, and that year he picked up his career high in runs batted in with 60. He pops this one up, foul back and out of play. Now it's time for our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play of the game. And this two-bagger by Parr that was grabbed by Thunder Dan.
Attaboy Dano.
Knows how to play the crowd, doesn't he?
That he does.
Well, Al McCoy, the Hall of Fame basketball broadcaster for so many years with the Suns, called a lot of Shazams with Morley hitting those threes.
I'll say.
There's the 2-2, and Parr takes outside, full count, 3-2. 31,719 here tonight. And Parr is called out on strikes.
He was obviously looking for something else besides a fastball right down the middle. I mean, that is just center cut. And he didn't swing at it.
7 strikeouts now for Matt Cain. That's his second caught third strike. Remember Bloomquist?
Yeah, Diamondbacks starting to pile up the strikeouts here again tonight.
Here's Upton, who's been hit by a pitch and has struck out. Swinging. And was almost struck by a pitch there. He got it out of the way. Breaking ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Cain looking for his second win of the year.
We're just toying with Justin Upton right there with that slow breaking ball and a big swing and a miss. Another slow breaking ball, another strike.
And now Upton sent up by Cain, 1-2. Parr took a call, third strike on a 3-2 pitch.
Oh,
wow.
Somehow, some way, Justin Upton still up holding a bat in his hand because this looks like that's strike 3. Cain's like, waiting for you to put your right arm up there, Brian O'Nora. Steady diet of them so far. Slow breaking balls.
93 on the fastball, and you can see the breaking pitch, 19 miles per hour less, 74 for Matt Cain. Is 2-2, and Upton takes strike 3 call. Upton barking at O'Nora, still barking at him. 8 strikeouts for Matt Cain, and he struck out 3 in a row, 2 in the inning. And the last 3 have been called third strikes.
You don't want to do a Bryce Harper over there on the bat rack. Bryce Harper.
Speaking of strikeouts, see what Adam Dunn did the other night? Did not strike out for the first time in 36 games dating back to last year. That was a record. He struck out in 30.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And he did his 11th home run, which tied last season's mark. That he had 11 for the White Sox, having a much better year, but he finally went through a ball game for the first time in 36 without a K. That's a major league record. 100 pitches now of the night for Matt Cain.
Still going strong. Struck out Parra, Upton. Now 0-1 on Montero. 0-2 on Montero.
But he didn't take that huge hack at it. Brian O'Nora needs some new baseballs. He hasn't even got one to give the catcher, Posey. Now he does. And he'll return it to Cain. Well, we did some nice grabs here in this game tonight. See, bring your glove, catch a baseball.
Everybody likes you.
High and outside to Miggy. Well, let's see. Bloomquist to strike out, Parr 2, Upton 2, Montero 2. Those are your first 4 hitters in the lineup. So all 8 strike. Check that. Cahill struck out once. So 7 of the 8 strikeouts. The top 4 in the order for the Diamondbacks. 2-2 countdown on Montero. Low. Full now, 3-2. Remember, Parr took a fastball right down the middle. And Montero hits a dribbler foul. And we'll do it again on 3-2. Giants have some stirring in the bullpen, but nobody up loosening yet.
Well, so far, Kane just in complete command.
Yeah. Montero, line drive left field, and that's a base hit. The ball over to get it. Good job of hitting there by Miggy. Well, maybe with the shot he hit last night and that one today.
That's when he's right.
Yeah, maybe he's getting it going here, hitting the ball the other way.
He's going the other way, and when he's trying to pull the ball and trying to pull the ball out of the ballpark, that's when he scuffles. Well, that's just pretty right there. That's not that big Reggie Jackson-esque swing right there.
Here's Ryan Roberts now, who has flied to center and lined to third. That hit the third of the night for the D-backs. And that's low into the dirt. Ball 1. Diamondbacks started this season winning their first 4 home games, but since they've gone 3-10, they're 7-10 overall. That's a strike. Remember last year they had a 15-game winning streak late in the season here at Chase Field.
Been struggle here though.
Yeah, they have
of late. All year, really.
Yeah, they've played better ball on the road. They're 500 on the road at 8-8. Roberts a chopper to short. Crawford has it. They'll throw to second with a force on Montero. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 7th, 4-1 San Francisco. Miguel Montero, a couple of hits the opposite way the last 2 nights.
Yeah, it's good to see. And that's when you know Miguel is starting to understand that you're not going to get home run pitches every time up. Last night and tonight, this isn't that big, crazy swing. That's under control. And he's going the other way with it, not trying to pull the ball down the right field line and 40 feet deep into the seats. That's just under control. One is an RBI double from last night. Another one, a base hit here in the last inning. That's when Miguel Montero is starting to turn the corner. Now, the pull side will always be there, but once you get that opposite field stroke back, Miguel Montero looks to me like he's close to breaking out.
Brandon Belt will lead it off for San Francisco as we go to the 7th inning. Greg Brenslow came on, got the final out of the 6th. It'll be Belt, Cabrera, and Posey. And Belt takes one into the dirt. So if the Diamondbacks have any chance here, the bullpen's got to keep the Giants off the scoreboard the remainder of the way. 4 runs on 6 hits for San Francisco, a run on 3 hits for the Diamondbacks. 1 Diamondback error, and that came into play in the very first inning. Helped the Giants to a run driven in by this guy, Belt, who hit a ground ball out. He tried to check his swing, and Alfonso Marquez said, no, he went around. Down at third. It's a ball and a strike. Okay. High fly ball. Left field. Kubel says he's got it. And puts it away. One out. Well, Gracie, I was on the radio side, but I caught a glimpse of this on Tuesday. This is that first date.
Yeah, we had a lovely couple on their first date. You could tell they wanted to be recognized. They brought a sign.
Wow.
Well, the more we showed them, the more their phones were blowing up. And well, finally we sent Mark McClune over there, and they ended up heading to New York because of Fox and Friends, I believe. Sent them to New York, which is unbelievable. But
at our Nissan text poll, what would you do on your first date in New York City? Broadway looks to be the winner right now.
Central Park, Statue of Liberty, or a nice dinner. I think I would probably go with a nice dinner. Although a nice dinner in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, you better be Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Ain't going to be cheap. There's a Statue of Liberty.
So a nice dinner, I can understand why that one's in last place. So I may have to rethink that.
Here's Cabrera now.
Yeah, I get Fox and Friends to pay for it, and let's go to a nice dinner.
Bloomquist diving stop from the knees, but the throw is offline, gets away. And Cabrera's hustling back to first base. He thought he might have made a turn. He's not taking any chances. And it'll be an infield hit.
He just finds a way to get hits, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. 2 tonight. And 2
nice
last
effort
night.
there from Bloomquist, doing everything he can, but throws up the line. One thing about Willie Bloomquist, boy, he's going to give you every ounce of his heart and soul when he's out there between the lines. You see the throws up the line, no chance to get Cabrera anyway.
Now the Giants been running tonight. They've stolen a couple. Cabrera always a running threat. High and outside here to Buster Posey. For the Giants, their 7th hit of the night. And Cabrera has 2 of those. Kane has 2. And Matt Cain, the pitcher, in addition to limiting the Diamondbacks to 1 run on 3 hits, has driven in 2 runs on his own. Two 2-0 count here on Posey. With Pagan on deck. Pagan's got a perfect night going, 3 for 3. I don't know. It seems like it's been an awfully quick homestand. Seems like we just got back into town and we're already busting it back out tomorrow.
And I think you, like just about everybody, trying to forget the Cardinal series even happened.
Yeah, that was not pleasant.
Run out of outs here in game number 2 against the Giants. Greg Breslow has to keep it at a 4-1 game. Give his boys in black tonight a fighting chance.
Breslow came over with Cahill in the trade with Oakland, and the number 1 guy going over Oakland way, Jared Parker, throw to first. Cabrera just kind of hops back to the bag.
Breslow's done a heck of a job here in the first 6 weeks of the season.
Craig had a tough spring. He just couldn't get a lot of things accomplished. Well, I guess he finally got them accomplished in the long run, but couldn't get a lot of guys out.
He got hit hard.
There's a swing and a miss by Posey.
Big time slider there for strike number 2 on a 3-1 count. It's one of those things, Greg, in my 16 years, I had probably 6 okay springs, 5 really good ones and 5 really rotten ones as happens. Tap to third, Ryan Roberts picks it. Wow. Buster Posey really chopped his steps and looked like he might have been out, but Chad Fairchild at first says safe. That'll be an error on Ryan Roberts.
Cabrera was running on the play. You'll look at the replay.
Well, he got the call right.
So with 1 out now, an infield hit and an error on the third baseman. Diamondback's second error of the night. That gets Pagan up to the plate. Yeah, we've seen guys just tear up spring. Albert Pujols hit 4 or 5 home runs this spring.
Yeah, he did,
and had a heck of a spring for the Angels. Guys will tear up the spring, and then they'll struggle as the season goes along.
Angels as a team been struggling.
Yeah, we'll see other guys who couldn't hit a lick or couldn't get anything done pitching and come out and just be great.
Exactly.
Remember, everybody always used to worry about Randy in the spring.
Everybody but Randy.
Everybody but Randy. Randy would say, "Don't worry about me." Come out in that first game and strike out 12 or 13.
He was so good in spring training. He could even hit. He could even hit a dove.
Yeah. How many at-bats did you need in the spring? About 40 or 50, maybe, to feel like you were getting ready?
I was a guy that needed at-bats. If I could get 50, I was happy. And then there was, the star players like guys I played with, Andre Dawson, Ryan Sandberg, and then of course Gonzo and those guys. They were ready after about a week.
Yeah. Speak of
that one's never met Randy Johnson.
No, he's not looking to anytime soon either. 2-0 count here on Pagan, who's a perfect 3 for 3, a double and a couple of singles in this game. Giants trying to add to an already 3-run lead here, 4-1 against Breslow here in the 7th. They have 2 on and 1 out, a single and an error. Noki's having fun with the game here tonight.
And when you're hitting 326, the game's fun.
High ball 3-0.
Giants trying to kick the door in here.
On deck, hitter 1, Keen Arias. Nobody up at the Diamondback bullpen. Javi Lopez is up, has been up in the Giant pen. They're the base runners. Cabrera at second. Top of the screen, and then Posey, the runner at first. That's a strike from Breslow, 3-1. Dodgers and Rockies are scoreless in their game tonight. 5th inning at Dodger Stadium. Dodgers opening a little length in the division. Pagan walks, and they're loaded. Well, the Giants in a good position here to maybe salt this one away or really put a big-time hurting on the Diamondbacks. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Willie Bloomquist going to have a conversation with Craig Breslow. There's nobody up in the Diamondback bullpen right now. The phone just rang down the left field line. Charlie Nagy going to come out and talk now. I think they're trying to buy some time for somebody to get ready. It looks like Mike Zagurski.
Bronco Zagurski.
I like that.
So, conference on the mound. You look up and down this Giant lineup tonight, Gracie, and every Giant has reached base except Belt, but he drove in a run. Cabrera, an infield single. Posey reached on an error by the third baseman Roberts, and Pagan on for the 4th time tonight. With 3 hits, he got on base this inning with a walk.
Yeah, just about every run or threat that the Giants have had been with a lot of help from the Diamondbacks.
Arias takes a strike.
An error and a walk has loaded the bases here in this inning.
If you're wondering, the Giants have not hit a grand slam here in 2012. Another strike. Well, a strikeout or a double play ball here would be just what the old doctor ordered. Or a pop-up. Diamondbacks really cannot afford to fall any further behind than they are. Late in the game, 7th inning, trailing by 3. Ground ball down to third. Roberts has got it. He'll go to the plate. Out. Back to first. Safe. Another close call at first. Overbay was sprinting toward the dugout. He thought, and at first baseman at times will cheat, but Gracie, you can tell a lot of times if you got that runner by the field. And I think Overbay thought he had the double play.
Well, Roberts does everything he can. He gets rid of it quickly. And then same story. Oh, boy, I think the Giants may have gotten a break. Let's see. Yeah, you can't tell there, but you rarely see Lyle Overbay have a reaction like that. Overbay must have thought they got him.
And here's Emmanuel Burris now. They're still loaded 2 outs, strike 1. Another look for you, Grayson.
Well, we'll find out really quick here. It's a great shot. I think you got the call right.
Yeah, it's 2
nice job over there, Chad Fairchild. Got 2 very tough calls this inning. You got them both right. Nicely done.
Boy, another strike to Burris. Yeah, whatever Charles Nagy told him.
Yeah.
Come out punching that strike zone.
Nothing but fastballs. And if you can get out of this inning unscathed, you might get a little momentum going into your half of the 7th inning.
The 0-2, and Burris takes time. Montero set up high. So now you got Posey at third base, Pagan at second, and Arias at first for the Giants. Burris has been hit by a pitch, scored a run tonight.
Got him.
Strike 3 got him. Fans to their feet. They'll also stretch. It's that time of the game, 7th inning, with the Giants leading 4-1.
Chuck Powell as we get set for Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink, our post-game show. And Craig Breslow getting out of some trouble there, Chuck. But let's talk about Trevor Cahill. In 4 starts with the A's against the Giants, he gave up just 4 runs total. In this game tonight, 4 runs through 5 innings.
Well, as I mentioned in the pregame, Trevor Cahill was brought here because he was a perfect fit for this ballpark. He didn't allow home runs, and he kept the ball on the ground. And it looked like a typical Cahill performance. First 17 outs he had recorded in this game, only 1 left the outfield. And then all of a sudden the wheels fell off, and for the 3rd straight game, he's not gotten out of the 6th inning here at Chase Field.
All right, we'll have a reaction from the players and the manager after the game, guys.
Thank you, Jody, and check. Javier Lopez, a one-time Diamondback, on to pitch for San Francisco. Matt Cain out of there now after 6 innings, line only 1 run on 3 hits with 8 strikeouts. And Lopez, ever since coming over from Pittsburgh to San Francisco, has been dynamite for the Giants.
Was kind of a journeyman for quite a few years, but he's found a home like a lot of people seem to do. Once they put on that Giants uniform, all of a sudden they get really, really good.
And you wonder how much, number one, coming to the organization, but also Dave Righetti's got to do with that, their pitching coach. Here's the 0-1 and a tamper by Pollock up the third base line with a steady dribble foul. AJ is pinch hitting here for Lyle Overbay in the 7th inning. So Kirk Gibson goes with the right-handed bat against a very tough southpaw and Javier Lopez. And Pollock had quite a night last night. Hit his first major league home run. And then got the silent treatment. Here it is.
Take a look, see. Long home run on just a nice smooth swing. And then the fun really starts. Nobody congratulating him.
You can never hear Montero, can you?
He's always at the root of all the evil.
Outside. AJ got the batting average up to 250. Now 9 hits. 3 runs batted in. And he's trying to get something going here against the Giants in this 7th inning.
Just missed.
Boy, the way Brian O'Nora moved back on that, I thought he was going to pull that right hand back and say, no, it was a strike. 2-2 count.
Goldschmidt is a spectator tonight.
Probably going to be coming in to play first base, though. Swing and a miss. So Lopez gets the right-handed pinch hitter as a strikeout victim to start the 7th inning. 9 strikeouts now for Giants pitching tonight. 9.
Well, as we said, one thing about this Diamondback team for the last few years, they can strike out at an exorbitant rate.
Here's Kubel, who has fly to right field and walked in the game.
Right at the kneecaps.
Javi Lopez appeared in 29 games for the Diamondbacks back in 2005. His ERA, 9.42. He was with Boston over the course of 4 seasons. Another strike to Kubel.
I mean, when you're throwing pitches like he has the last 2 to Kubel, nobody's going to hit you.
70 games for the Giants last year, 2.72. There, Broncos up in the pen. Mike Zagurski into the dirt. 1-2 now on Kubel. Hill on deck. Goldschmidt's got a bat in the dugout. He would hit for the pitcher if they get to that spot. Need to get somebody on base for that to happen. Pollock struck out as a pinch hitter.
Laid off a tough breaking ball. Did Jason Kubel. Looking for base runners. Somehow, some way, you got to find a base runner. Got to find at least 2 or 3 base runners. Walks, hit batsmen, catcher's interference, whatever it takes.
Had one of those last night.
Yeah, find a way. Somebody's got to get on base.
Kubel in the air, left field side. That ball is going to sink. A base hit in front of Cabrera. Kubel's going to try for 2 the throw, and not in time, scoots away. And Kubel's going to get to third. Well, that's a break right there.
And then some.
Kubel will get a double, and there'll be an error, and I'm guessing it'll be on Cabrera when it got by.
No, once again, Kubel just putting the ball in play. He's fooled, but he puts it in play, and it bounces out there in front of Cabrera, and then not only the mistake here on the throw, but then Brandon Belt, the first baseman, all you got to do is back up the throw, but he's not there, and it gets by everybody. See, the first baseman has the only thing he's got to do is just be there to back up the throw. It gets by him, and now Kubel gets a free 90 feet. And Bruce Bochy going to walk about 150 feet to go remove Javi Lopez from this ballgame.
Yeah, with Hill and Goldschmidt on deck. So we'll take a break here. Diamondbacks got a chance to get a run in, maybe more. They trail 4-1 to the Giants here in the 7th. Back in a moment.
The dugout suite is located right next to the player's dugout. Offers an unparalleled view of all the on-field action. The suite includes in-seat food and seat-side flat panel TVs. There are still dates available for this suite, so you got to call now. 602-462-4600 or log on to dbacks.com/suites. And I promise you, Baxter won't be there to bother you. Yeah, he's a mischievous one, that Baxter.
He's a bothersome guy.
He got me with the hand buzzer this afternoon.
Did he?
Came here, came to shake my hand. He got me with that hand buzzer.
Clay Hensley is on to pitch for San Francisco here. And the reason being, Aaron Hill, a .290 hitter against left-handers with 3 of his 4 home runs, only .233 against right-handers. So Kubel's at third. And this is a must-run to score for the Diamondbacks here.
You don't have, it'd be great if you could score a couple or 3 here, but the one thing you have to do is you have to at least plate Jason Kubel by the time this inning ends.
And Hensley throws a strike. Goldschmidt has moved out on deck. They're giving the Diamondbacks the run. The infield is back. All the way around, third to first. Hill has a triple in the ball game. Tried to bunt for a hit. Got a sacrifice bunt down, though, in the 5th. And this one in the air. Shallow right field. If it's fair, it's trouble. But it goes foul. But he's now in the hole, 0-2.
You need some kind of contact. Once again, the Giants are conceding the run. Any ground ball is going to plate Jason Kubel. Any ground ball.
And the importance of getting this run in. You do that, you make it a 4-2 game. Then you need just one runner on base to get the tying run up. As we mentioned, Goldschmidt on deck next. He would bat for Breslow. Diamondback bullpen getting busy. Zagorski's been up. Hill with a count of 2 strikes on him. Kubel at third on a double and an error. Outside, another Giants error. That's 36 now this year that they've committed. 1-2 the count. Well, how about Hill a hit and then Goldschmidt a home run? This game's tied.
Sounds like fun.
Outside, he laid off the breaking ball. 2-2. Hensley, originally with the Giants, spent a lot of his career with San Diego. In fact, was a starter there at one time. Last year was with Florida. Last couple of seasons with Florida. He started 29 games for the Padres back in 06 when he won 11-12. Started 9 games in Florida last season for the Marlins. 2-2 count here. The pitch.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Just missed down low.
Well, there have been some borderline calls here tonight that have pretty much favored the hitters in this one. So 3-2 now on Aaron Hill. Hill's driven in 13 on the year. 11 extra base hits. He's got Kubel at third. 4-1 Giants. Time is called.
Well, once again, you need another base runner. A walk's not the worst thing either.
3-2.
Oh, boy. Got caught looking at a fastball over the outer third. Must have been looking for an off-speed pitch. Boy.
Good pitch.
That's painful. Another strikeout here for the Diamondbacks.
That's 10 now on the night. 8 by the starter Kane, 1 by Lopez, 1 by Hensley. Here's Goldschmidt on as a pinch hitter. He is batting for Breslow. Goldschmidt is 0 for 4, but a run batted in as a pinch hitter. Now 2 home runs on the year. He homered here last night. Well, again, the Diamondbacks, difficulty getting runners in scoring position. 0 for 6. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Kubel at third, but now with 2 out. Last night, the home run by Goldschmidt.
Got to a high fastball from Madison Bumgarner.
Posey down to both knees to block that ball into the dirt from Hensley. 2-1. With 1 out of this inning, Kubel hit one down the left field line that fell in, and Cabrera trying to get him at second. Threw it by the second baseman Burris, and then it got by Belt. That allowed Kubel to take third. Hensley came in, struck out Aaron Hill. Looking. And now he's 2-1 on Goldschmidt. And a tapper foul, and now it's 2-2. Without Brian Wilson, the Giants piecing together the end of the ball game. Again, they're out without Affelt, they're without Mota. So Hensley here in relief of Lopez, working in the 7th. And a swing and a foul by Goldschmidt. He was fooled, but
he was just surviving.
He got the bat on the baseball to get himself another pitch to look at.
That's just survival mode right there. Nothing wrong with that. You never know, you might get a mistake here.
And if you do,
you pound it.
A 2-2 count.
That one missed. Oh, Clay Hensley took a couple of steps.
So did the entire infield.
Well, that was clearly outside, though.
But they were all heading to the dugout.
It looked to me like this is clearly outside.
It was. But the third baseman, the shortstop, the second baseman were all heading
to the
dugout. So 3-2 on Goldschmidt with 2 outs. Oh, for a big hit here. Ground ball to short instead. Crawford's got it. His long throw is high. Another giant error and another error by Crawford, his 8th of the season. The Diamondbacks get a run. He's got the yips out there at shortstop or something, doesn't he?
We said it last night. This kid, his glove got him to the big leagues, not his bat. And if he's not careful, his glove's going to lead him somewhere else. I mean, this is just he just botches the throw. But isn't it amazing, Greg, when you just put the ball in play, something good might happen. You put pressure on the opposing defense when you put the ball in play. When you strike out, nothing has to happen. When you hit a ground ball, he has to field it cleanly, he has to make a good throw, and the first baseman has to catch it. Three things have to happen.
Now,
when you strike out, nothing has to happen.
Belt's like 6'5", 6'6", but he couldn't get that ball. Here's one to Crawford. He throws and got him this time. And that'll end the inning as Bloomquist is out. But 2 errors in the inning helped the Diamondbacks to a run. They get a little closer, 4-2 as we go to the 8th Giants. By Nissan, big tent, tremendous savings at Nissan's National Tent Event. Visit ChooseNissan.com or call your local dealer today. Well, what's Kachinko? Find out and learn how you can play right here at Chase Field by going to the interactive kiosk near Section 111 during Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home games. We go to the 8th inning here at Chase Field. With a 4-2 Giants lead, Diamondbacks capitalize on a couple of Giants errors in that last half inning to get a little closer here. Mike Zagorski. Old Bronco comes on. Bronco Nagurski, Bronco Zagorski. And Brandon Crawford, who helped the Diamondbacks to the run in that inning.
And that's you got to run there. They gave you two. They gave you 2 gifts, and at least you took advantage. Now, Breslow did his job, getting 4 outs and putting goose eggs up. Now it's time for the old Bronco to put a goose egg up on the board and get the guys back in the dugout. And you got 6 outs left.
And Crawford takes a strike. Breslow worked an inning in the 3rd, 1 hit, no runs, walking a strikeout. Brett Pill has moved into the on-deck circle. He's going to bat next for Clay Hensley. And Sergio Romo is in the bullpen. Swing and miss by Crawford.
Now Zagorski's got stuff that plays at this level, Greg.
Yeah.
He's got a fastball in the low 90s. Got a pretty good breaking ball. His only thing is he just needs to get that good stuff on the corners of the plates and not in the middle of them. Then he's fine.
There's the pen for the Giants, and Romo right now not throwing. He has been. 2-2 count. Giants trying to snap a 9-game losing streak to the Diamondbacks.
Oh, baby.
Take a seat. Brandon Crawford one away.
Well, he got locked up by a slider there from Zagurski. Watch his front hip just, yikes. Perfect pitch. Nicely done.
Brett Pill now announced as a pinch hitter batting for Hensley.
Number 6, Brett Pill.
Pill 0 for 4 in the ballgame last night. Started in left field. And as a pinch hitter, 1 for 4 with a pinch home run and 2 runs batted in this year for Pill. He takes high ball 1.
One of those pinch home runs was against Daniel Hudson earlier this year.
Zagurski off the mound to field. And he throws him out. 2 quick outs here. Well, big bobblehead night coming up. Who better to tell about it than the guy who's being honored with his own bobblehead? Let's take you downstairs.
Hi, I'm JJ Putz. Join me and the Diamondbacks on May 26th as we take on the Milwaukee Brewers. The first 20,000 fans to the game will get one of these. The first in a series of 5. Call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/tickets.
I like that. Very
Thank
well
you,
done.
JJ.
He's got a
Yes,
future.
sir. Absolutely. He likes to have fun.
One of the really good guys.
Keeps that clubhouse loose. Here is Gregor Blanco, and he shortens the bunt, takes a strike. Looking ahead to the Diamondbacks' 8th inning, they'll have Parra, Upton, and Montero due up. If anybody gets on Roberts, we did not mention Goldschmidt is in the ball game at first. He came in with Zagurski, stayed in the ball game after pinch hitting, reaching on the air.
Right to the inside corner. Outside corner first pitch. Right to the inside corner. Well done.
So Mike gets ahead of him. 0-2. Blanco has scored 2 runs in that leadoff spot tonight. Stolen the base. High and outside. 1-2. Zagurski's gotten the first 2 on a strikeout and a little comebacker. And that one goes back to the backstop. Speaking of errors, we've had 4 in this game, 2 by each ball club. Tampa Bay made 5 errors and lost to Baltimore tonight. In their ball game, 5-3. Padres beat Roy Halladay 2-1.
How about that?
Yeah.
In Philadelphia.
And Josh Hamilton now has more home runs than the Padres team. He's hit 18. The Padres have hit 13.
By a long ways.
Yeah, he's got him by 5. There's a ball that gets away from Montero. He scrambles to it. They appeal down at third base, but Alfonso Marquez says no swing. 3-2 now. Josh Hamilton is just on fire.
I don't know. He's on pace right now to go by Barry Bonds for the 73 home run record, isn't he?
18 home runs.
I think he's going to do it.
Games.
He's going to do it.
He's on that pace that he had in that All-Star
He's
contest.
on pace to hit about 112.
Swing and a miss. Zagurski gets a couple of strikeouts in there. He gets Blanco, and it's 1-2-3 for the Giants. Maybe the momentum is shifting. 4-2. Giants lead at bottom of the 8th.
safe. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Let's take a look at our tools of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. How about this double play started by Ryan Roberts?
At the time, a huge play. That's called the hot corner for a reason. He made a nice play.
Giants bring on Sergio Romo to pitch to the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 8th inning with San Francisco leading 4-2, and it's Parra, Upton, and Montero. Well, let's see if Parra can get something going. Parra in this ball game, a double, sandwiched in between a couple of strikeouts.
Romo's a tough cookie. Good fastball to get ahead of Parra.
So Romo on here. He follows Kane, Lopez, Hensley. Ground ball over the pitcher's head. And Crawford with a nice play and got him at first on a nice play. 1 out.
Crawford made back-to-back nice plays now after making that errant throw that led to a run. He had to go a long ways. This ball's actually on the second base side. And he comes across on the short hop and just gets it there ahead of Gerardo Parra. One big out.
So the batter now will be Upton. Justin is 0 for 2 after being hit by a pitch his first time up, and those next two at bats were strikeouts, one swinging and one looking. And he fouls this one back, strike one.
Justin's been hit tonight by a pitch, and he's fanned twice. Just been a struggle all year long for Justin, health-wise with that thumb.
I think it's time Romo gets an ERA. He hasn't got one up there.
Pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. 11 games, 8 1/3 innings. He'll just miss here. He's got quite the beard working. He's been working it along with Brian Wilson out there. He's old school too. You can see the stripes on his socks.
I like that.
Yeah. There you go. Did we mention he's a pretty good pitcher?
He's a really good pitcher.
It's 2-1 on Upton. Diamondbacks need a base runner to get the tying run to the plate. Romo's ERA last year in 65 games was 1.50. He struck out 70 in 48 innings while walking 5. Upton in the air, first base side, drifting near the seats and out of play.
Well, Justin got a breaking ball to just spin right in the middle of the plate, but he couldn't do any damage with it.
So 2-2 on Upton. Romo had a strikeout to walk ratio last year of 14-1. He's retired Parra on a grounder to start the inning. He's 2-2 on Upton. Another foul ball. Out of play.
That was a much better breaking ball that time. Upton was able to swipe it foul.
Gracie, the Braves beat the Cardinals again tonight, 7-2. Cardinals have met their match in Atlanta, I guess.
So.
Braves now 13-8 on the road. Upton trying to get on to get the tying run up there.
Oh, man. Did he just call that a ball?
He called that a ball.
Wow. Yeah, Romo's going to take a walk. That's a couple of times now that Justin could have been rung up by Brian O'Nora and wasn't. And that pitch looked like it was right there, didn't it?
Here's a base hit for Upton. So Upton gets a one-out single, and that indeed would get the tying run to the plate. And Montero.
Well, he just stayed on this pitch nicely, doesn't overswing, and then just rips it into center field. Watch him just stay under control right there. Put the ball in play. Good things will happen.
So Montero here against Romo. He represents the tying run in this 4-2 ball game, 8th inning. Montero's hit 2 home runs this season. As he steps to the plate here. And a swing and a miss, a hard swing and a miss.
And this is where Montero's got to tell himself to gear down. Go ahead and do the things that have given you success the last couple of nights. You don't. Yeah, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to hit one 500 feet and tie the ball game up. However, there's nothing wrong with a base hit here. He took a huge swing at that changeup and missed it. Another huge swing at another changeup, and he missed that one by 20 feet.
He's talking to himself.
See the head jerk out of there.
Well, again tonight, the Diamondbacks, 8 strikeouts for Kane, 1 for Lopez, 1 for Hensley. So 10 strikeouts on the night. Montero has struck out twice. He takes high here, 1 and 2. Started with the roof closed here, but at the 5th inning they opened things up. Very pleasant evening here in downtown Phoenix. And we'll be closed tomorrow with a day game at 1:10. Upton a 1-out single. Montero representing the tying run to the plate. And he takes low and inside, 2-2.
He went right back to that changeup that he got the first 2 swings and misses. That time Montero saw it all the way and just let it go by. Nicely done.
Montero homered on back-to-back days, April 13th and 14th in Denver. So he hasn't homered at home yet this year.
Got him.
On the inside corner. He strikes out for the 3rd time here tonight, and that's 2 outs in the inning.
Caught him looking for something off speed, and he just zips a fastball middle in.
Here's Roberts, who is 3 for 7 against Romo in his career. Well, he might as well hit 500 and go 4 for 8, right? Is that Ransom on deck? Cody Ransom for the pitcher. Ground ball down to 3rd. Nice play, Arias. The long throw across. What a play he made. Joaquin Arias with the dazzler of the night right there. That ball was headed to the corner, and he robbed Roberts. And a strong throw to first to get him. No runs ahead, a man left. To the 9th we go. 4-2 San Francisco. Giants need to keep it a 2-run Giants lead here to have a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning. And Mike Zagorski stays out there. He had a 1-2-3 8th inning. He'll face Belt, Cabrera, and Posey. Again, 31,719 here tonight. Diamondbacks have been drawing very well. Here's our game summary. Pagano, big night. On base 4 times. How about the night for Matt Cain? 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, covering 6 innings, and a big 2-run double, which is the difference in this game.
Absolutely.
So Brandon Belt, who is the only Giant who has not reached base tonight, 1 through 9.
And Zagorski stays out there.
Yep. Bronco will try and get through the 9th here. And a ball to Belt. Romo went through the 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the 8th inning, allowing a hit to Upton. And that play by Arias down at third was a dazzler to Roberts of a hit. Outside ball, too. That's as good as plays you'll see a third baseman make right there.
Big play, too. It saved a run.
And a strong arm over to first to get Roberts. Accurate, too. On tattoo sleeve night for Ryan here. There's a shot. Now Belt's on base now. That'll go all the way to the wall. Extra bases. And Belt's going to go to third. He's got those long strides, and he'll get him there sliding. A triple.
This time Zagorski gets burned in the middle of the plate. First and foremost, it's 2-0. And then you throw a fastball in the middle of the plate. That's going to get hit, and it got hit very hard. Belt showing some pretty good wheels for a big old lumbering first baseman. He gets all the way to third base. And right now, he's 90 feet away from a very big insurance run.
And Kirk Gibson comes out. He gets the ball from Zagorski, will leave, and it looks like Ziegler's going to come on here. We'll take a break. Giants trying to add to an already 4-2 lead. Time brought to you by Miller Lite. And Matt Cain, this big 2-run double for the Giants in the 6th inning. And they took what was a 2-1 lead and made it 4-1.
That's one of those with Trevor Cahill. He hit 2 batters and they both came around to score.
With 2 men out. Now with the infield bunched in here, Brad Ziegler gets a strike to Melky Cabrera. Ziegler's 17th game, a 1.23 ERA.
And with the infield in, Diamondbacks realize
they're in trouble. A base hit into left field for Cabrera. He's trying for 2. Here comes a throw by Kubel, and not in time.
Well, he can hit, can't he?
Yeah, his 3rd hit of the night. So triple-double here for the Giants in the 9th inning. Everyone charged to Zagorski. And now Buster Posey with a runner at second and still nobody out. So Ziegler greeted with a double, an RBI's double, an inherited runner coming in to score. And Posey looks at a strike. Posey tonight has walked, grounded to second, lined to short, and reached on an air. It's 9 San Francisco hits here tonight. Only 5 for the D-backs. A chopper toward third. Cabrera lays back at second. There's a throw in time at first. 1 away. Well, the pitching matchup for the 110 game tomorrow. A couple of left-handers, a couple of veteran left-handers. Barry Zito, 2.21 ERA for the Giants, and Joe Saunders, who's pitched very well. Roughed up last time up, but he's pitched much better even than that 2-2, 2.50 record and numbers would indicate.
Yeah, a couple of warhorse left-handers going at it.
And again, that's tomorrow, and then off to L.A. for a couple with the Dodgers. Now they're going to walk intentionally here. Pagan, who's going to reach for the 5th time in this game tonight. 3 hits and 2 walks, this one intentionally. With Arias next. Have you looked ahead to the pitching matchups in L.A. yet?
I have not.
Ian Kennedy, Clayton Kershaw on Monday.
Oh, my. That's nice.
And then Wade Miley and Chan Billingsley on Tuesday.
Couple of starting pitchers have resurrected themselves in Los Angeles. Chris Capuano,
5-0,
pitching tonight, and I believe pretty well. They're 1-1 in the 7th inning with Colorado. And then also Aaron Harang throwing the ball well in Los Angeles.
To go along with Lilly, Billingsley, and Kershaw, that's a pretty good rotation the Dodgers have put together. And now Kenley Jansen is closing games, not Javi Guerra anymore. Now they're trying to get Upton's attention in right field to move in. Now he starts in a little bit.
Yeah, Justin's playing out in Gilbert. They want him to get near the airport.
And Arias is swinging a miss. Strike 1.
That was a mighty rip at a sinking fastball.
Arias in the ball game is 0 for 3, but boy, he's made a couple of dazzling defensive plays down at third. Runner at second, Cabrera. The runner at first, Pagan. Good speed out there. There's a swing and a foul into the mitt of Montero, and that's strike 2.
Another big rip, another miss.
Hey, Boston won at home tonight.
That hadn't happened much this year.
They're closing in on the Patriots now for home wins since last September.
Oh, that's funny.
There's a ground ball to second. Hill has to lay back, throw to first, and in time on the out there. Hill, I think, originally wanted to try and set himself, see if he could spin and maybe get a force out at second. And then he did the right thing, Gracie. I got to get one here, so he got the out at first in Arias.
Just go ahead and take the out, take the second out, till still takes a base hit to score anybody.
And the banner's going to be Emmanuel Burris. So that advances the runners. 4-3 on the putout. And now Burris batting left-handed against Ziegler. Second and third. Montero's got to make sure he knocks down everything at the plate here with Ziegler out there. And the first one's a strike call. So the Giants have added a run here to their lead in the 9th. They are on top 5-2. That, of course, means at the moment the Diamondbacks need to get 2 base runners to get the tie and run to the plate. And this here is a must-up. And a tapper foul by Burris, strike 2. Both of these ball clubs pulling for the Rockies like crazy tonight. Try and stop that Dodger machine in L.A. As Gracie said, they're 1-1 7th inning. The Giants were 6 back at the start of the night. Diamondbacks 6.5 behind. The 0-2 outside. We've got more after the ball game, so make sure you stay with us. You'll hear from the clubhouse. Jody and Chuck will guide you along after the ball game's over. 1-2 and a chopper, high chopper. Hill will flip to Goldschmidt for the out, and that'll retire the side. The Giants get a big run, add to their lead. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the D-backs. They trail at 5-2. Backs trailing the Giants as we reach the bottom of the ninth inning here on a Saturday night. Here's our APS Energy All-Star, and it's Matt Cain. Not only did he pitch 6 strong innings, fanning 8, he went 2 for 3 with a big 2-run double tonight for the Giants. There's that double to right down the first baseline.
Pretty much a one-man gang. It was Matt Cain. Came into the game hitting 143. Not anymore.
Nope. On to pitch, Santiago Casilla for the Giants. It's a 5-2 ball game. Casilla, hard thrower. And he is 0-1, 14 games, a 1.50 ERA, 174 batting average against, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. And he has 6 saves. He's done the job.
Hard thrower. Very hard thrower.
And ball 1 to the pinch hitter, John McDonald. Johnny Mac. Diamondbacks have been limited to only 5 hits here tonight.
After playing a really well-played ball game last night in the win, kind of took a couple steps backward tonight.
Yeah. At times their own worst enemy. First inning, a 4-pitch walk to start the game, and then you try and pick him off, Cahill, and it's a 2-base throwing error and a ground out, and just like that, 2 batters in, the Giants have a 1-0 lead.
And like you said, then the next 2 runs they got were 2 quick outs, then 2 hit batsmen, and then the pitcher hurts you with a 2-run double. I mean, it's tough to overcome.
Yeah, there's a ground ball down to third because grounded up by Joaquin Harrison and throws out McDonald 1 away. And the thing that really hurt about that, Gracie, you had Burris and Crawford up.
Right.
And they were the 2 that were hit by the pitches with 2 men out.
And got hit by a curveball and a changeup. And then on top of it, once again, a boatload of strikeouts on the offensive side of things.
Way too many. 8, 9, 10, 11 tonight. Kubel 3 for 5 with a home run against Casilla in his career as he steps to the plate here. Jason's got a double tonight and a walk. .94 on that fastball. 1-0 on Kubel against Saunders and Zitos on the 1 o'clock game tomorrow. And then back to the road for 7. Strike on the outside corner. Giants 2 outs away from snapping a 9-game losing streak to the Diamondbacks.
Well, it was fun trying to get to double figures. Still got a couple outs left.
Oh, look at that hand.
Oh, goodness.
1 and 2.
No, thank you.
Bruce Bochy's been around for a long time now. He had to be happy with this pitch.
Man, he liked catching those pitches, didn't he?
Two-time manager of the year.
One of the really good men in the game.
Really is. And he and Kevin Towers have remained very close friends.
From their San Diego days together.
They went through a lot in that organization. Now, Boch in San Francisco and KT running things here with the D-backs. And both doing great jobs. There's Kevin.
Wake up, Kev.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those type games.
It's been one of those yawners, hasn't it?
No doubt. 97. Only one other game in baseball still going on. That's a game in L.A. The Dodgers and Rockies, 1-1. 8th inning now. There's another hit for Kubel, his second of the game. He'll be held to a long single there as Blanco gets it back in. Oh, his bat looks good tonight.
He stayed right on that curveball from Casilla and just rifled it right back up the box. That was a thing of beauty there. He just stays right on it. Pretty.
So he's now 4 for 8 against Santiago Casilla. Aaron Hill has a triple tonight. Sacrifice fly, and he has struck out. He's 0 for 3 against Casilla. One more base runner.
Get the tying run up there.
And that guy would be Goldschmidt if Hill can reach. Well, the Diamondbacks just had so many come from behind and dramatic wins last year.
Hadn't been that kind of year this year, though, has it?
Not at all. But why not start it?
Yeah, a lot of season left to get it cranked up.
Ball inside. Hey, think about this. 128 games remaining after tonight. So, I mean, there's a ton of time.
Right now, Aaron Hill doing a good job laying off some pitches to getting a good 2-0 count. Let's see if he's taking all the way here, if he's swinging it. I'd be taking.
Kubel not held on at first. He takes low, ball 3. Well, this could really make it interesting.
Doggone right it could. Go ahead and make some noise, crowd. Go ahead and try to get in Casilla's noggin.
Hill will be taking 1, maybe even 2. There's Lucky Henry.
Lucky Henry.
He needs some magic here.
Yeah, otherwise, he's going to have to go away.
Strike 1.
A lot of times.
That was a get me over fastball at 95.
At 95, exactly. A lot of times you want to make this guy throw 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Let's see if Hill's taking all the way here, if he's letting it fly.
We got the answer. He's swinging, now it's 3-2. So Casilla's gotten back into the count. Giants have left 11 runners on base here tonight. They've had a lot of base runners. Diamondbacks, not so much. Giants, in addition to 9 hits, have 5 walks in this game and 2 hit batters. They lead 5-2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 on, 1 out for Hill. And a ground ball down to third. There is Pants up. Throw to 7 out. Down to first, safe there.
Well, Casilla did a really good job of coming from the 3-0 hole to retire Aaron Hill and get that big second out and keep that tying run in the on-deck circle.
This kid's played some pretty good third base.
Sure has. Backs up on it, makes a quick throw.
And right on the money.
Yeah, he's got a very accurate strong arm as well.
So here's Goldschmidt, who reached on an error in the 7th inning as a pinch hitter. He right now is just trying to get it to the next guy, Bloomquist. Low ball 1. The Giants know even if Goldschmidt should go deep here, they still have a lead. That was the importance of that extra run at the top of the 9th inning.
Anytime you get that insurance run, there's a reason they call it insurance.
pitch. That's a strike. Well, the Giants a couple of strikes away from sending it to the rubber game tomorrow. Diamondbacks a base runner away from getting the tying run up. Swing and a miss by Goldschmidt. He missed that by plenty. 1-2. Giants on the doorstep of ending a 9-game skid to the D-backs. Leading by 3 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Ground ball to short. Crawford's got it to second for the force, and the Diamondbacks' 9-game winning streak over the Giants comes to an end as this series evens out at a game apiece. San Francisco winning tonight by a final of 5-2. It's not the crispness we saw last night, Gracie.
No, it sure wasn't. The Giants came in here and took advantage of a lot of Diamondback mistakes. That's what Major League teams do. If you give them opportunities, they kick the door in, and that's exactly what happened here this evening.
Once again, our final score, 5-2 San Francisco. Coming up next, Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. So stick around for post-game interviews, Kirk Gibson post-game sound, all the highlights from tonight's game. For Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. Coming up next.